Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to CWL Miami. We are live and ready to get into today's games. We open up with the open bracket grand final. My name is Bryce, joining me here, of course, to bring you the action for this first game, Chris Tung.
Thank you very much, Bryce. Excited to be here in Miami, excited for this all-European matchup here in the grand finals. We haven't seen anybody apart from Mindfreak essentially all year long in this spot. Sorry to remind you guys over in Australia. However, this time round, as said, an all-European affair. It's going to be a good one.
It certainly is. You know, we've got some ex-pros kind of drop down into that open bracket, and they certainly have done the work getting this far back. Very excited to see how this will do. Of course, playing for that first seed going into the World Championships, as well as the lion's share of the money available.
Yeah, there's plenty of that money available as well, Brycey. But to be honest with you as well, you're very right. They're playing for that seed. That first place finish does actually put you in a really good spot. You will go in against the first place finish of the actual CWL finals, which will be coming up throughout the rest of the day. But everybody else in there is 13th to 16th seed from Pro League, 13th to 16th seed from the Open. Gives you a really good chance of getting out.
It certainly does. Of course, these are the maps we're going to be playing for these two teams. Now, I have been told it's basically the same maps that these two teams played yesterday, the only difference being the control.
Yeah, I really don't like these maps, in all honesty, for Team WaR. They got beat 3-1 yesterday in the winners' finals. The only map they managed to win was the Control 3-0 Arsenal Control, of course. That is gone. The rest of the maps remain the same, but we will be playing a completely different Control map. Interested to see if they can bring something else. I don't think we've seen a fully fledged Team WaR yesterday. They need to bring that extra level if they want to match up against the Bhoys, who really did make things look easy yesterday. So let's get into it. The Bhoys versus Team WaR, an all-European matchup. And we're going straight over to Arsenal on hard point. There's going to be an initial really good break for Team WaR. And for me, what we need to see the SMGs do better. Specifically on this map, it's not so much about the SMGs. You talk about ARs on this, but the ARs played fine yesterday. But really, for me, in the game when they played, it was the SMG players that did struggle.
Well, both teams already kicking it off here, going for that heavy contest in the middle half point. And now looking for this one. It does seem like the Bhoys are trying to get a few more kills going down into it, but neither team really going to get a ton of points here in the middle. Very easy to contest. And of course, way more important for this rotation. Both teams really need to get in position early. Right now you can see PD doing some work, will eventually get shut down by Quicker. And bearing in mind, it's only like 6 points difference between these two teams as we head into this rotation.
Yeah, it's a typical rotation that we have seen. Quicker picking up 2 around the back. He's on a 4 streak as well. Let's see what he can do with this 3-2-5 off. But it was a really nice rotation. Keep an eye on Dave, though. He will be coming in for this late pinch, and that's why we're seeing the rest of Team WaR wait up top gun. PD is going to engage, though. Will get taken down by Vance. No extra kills for Quicker, who does spin and find the kill with the help of Chain. Good work by them, but Team WaR really not in a position to do anything there. Dave still towards the back is going to get caught out by Nest. Oh my god, a turn on was nearly there. Nasty eventually cleaned it up. But some big kills coming from Team WaR. They have got the rotation, they have got the spawns, but 30 seconds left to play for here. This is good for Team WaR.
One thing we do need to keep an eye on, Tung. Quicker is 6-1. He is 10 points away from streaks. He's just got his lightning strike. And that could be very, very important moving forward into it. There's his Hellstorm as well. He's been on a complete tear. That's a 7 streak for him now. Is he going to be able to make this one as well? No, not quite. Defrag will eventually shut him down, but not before he picks those up. Now we go into the rotation. It's time to head over to the statue, and it looks like the Bhoys are here first.
Yeah, it looks like the Bhoys are going to be able to lock this one down, and they've got that insurance policy of the streaks as well over towards P3. It is a good place to be. They're well set up here. They've got the back spawns as well. We're expecting Team WaR to come through lobby and down B window side. That's a big gunfight for Josh to win. They're set up for a pinch here. Brycey, Defrag coming through the vents.
They are now. It's very important. This is a hard break for them. Defrag going to go down quicker already, dropping that lightning strike. Picks up 2, one his own teammate, but also gets a sword kill. It's hard for Team WaR at this point. You're going to see the stacks slowly start to come in now as they need to get in a better position to make this happen. Quicker, ready and waiting. That's an easy kill for him. Just locks down lobby. Team WaR not really been able to make too much of an impact here. Every time they get a few trades coming in, it's rebuffed, and they just don't have the bodies to get through.
Shawnee's the last one this time round for the Bhoys, though. Is this going to be Team WaR eventually breaking through? Not quite, and you were very right. The trades went in their favor momentarily for Team WaR, but it's that last kill they just seem to struggle with. The Bhoys are going to lock down this final 10 seconds or so as we do move over towards gun. Big gunfight for Josh going to be coming up in a second if number 9 on your map, Nasty, makes the move forward. But big gunfights in the mid-map as well. Chain fights too. And these are big kills coming in from the Bhoys. The transitional kills always seem to be going in their favor right now. Team WaR are the first ones there, but the Bhoys are not far behind. And this isn't a terrible setup from Team WaR here. The streaks are going to cause problems, but they've got a pinch developing if they can find the kills in and around the hard point.
Certainly are, and Bant's doing some serious work there inside the window. And again, the boys, you know, they were late to this rotation first of all, and they managed to get into it. Things like Shawnee and Nasty are just doing so much work with their ICRs at the moment. It's making Team WaR's pushes very, very difficult.
And one of the big differences as well, you look at Quicker at 13 and 5. He's really causing a lot of problems with that SMG, but you look at the other side of things, Defrag and Vortex are not keeping up with the slaying power of Quicker, which is something I'm quite concerned for Team WaR at this point. I really expected the SMG battle before we seen this game yesterday to go in their favor. Quicker nearly finds a second as well. Here comes Bans, can't quite find anything. And for the first time, we are seeing Team WaR find a good amount of kills here, but around 60 points behind. This is not the position they want to be in. They will get the scrap and they will be the first ones over towards Office. But looking towards the Specialist, Quicker has his slam. And that is what they'll be looking for here, the boys. They will be looking for the break on the back of him.
Actually, Bans is going for a long flank with it. He's going to go in, goes for it, manages to only get one. Can his teammates now come in and clean this up? Nasty's going in at the same time. There's a big pinch coming in from the boys. They're looking for it. Bans manages to get it now, pushing out the back, gets a second kill as well before going down. PD picks up to himself. But it is very much chaotic here in this, but Team WaR have the better spawn, and that has allowed them to get back into that hill.
Yeah, they've done very, very well. 30 seconds to play for, and then in a prime position to hold this one down. It'll pretty much tie us up if they can keep a hold of everything. It's a good grenade by Vortex, not going to quite get the stick, but eventually does get the kill. Does now have his War Machine available as well. The kills coming in for Team WaR this time round. And as we head over towards the second rotation here, we are going to have pretty much a tight game, and considering what it looked like after the first half of the first rotation, Team WaR will be fairly happy with that.
Yeah, that last hold from Team WaR has been massive for them. Bearing in mind, you know, we saw how well Quicker was playing. He got streaks coming in. They don't appear to have given them the advantage to kind of put that lead even further away from Team WaR. And now, as we go back towards this middle, such a little difference, realistically, that it's basically a fresh start. But there we go, Attack 5, Penny's going to pop that already, and now they're going to start flying in here, trying to get bodies into it, and it doesn't look like they've got the trades exactly where they would want them. Dave needs to stay alive and get his teammates in as Bans now brings out the War Machine to try to clear a little bit of space. Hasn't really done an awful lot with it.
It's just allowed his team to get back in there without any pressure coming in, so they've had to back off Bans. He's then in a position to help the team retake. If you can get set up in this middle hill, it really is a problem to get back in. If you get Pillars control as well, it makes things so difficult, but the kills are momentarily going in the favor of Team WaR, who seem to be just growing into this game a little bit now, Brycey. It's taken them a while to wake up here on Championship Sunday, but they are well in this game now. Bants and Nasty do find two in and around gun side. You really want to try and get control of that as well as the back to have a lot of chance to get a lot of points on P2. But right now, for the first time, Team WaR are going to take a lead in this first map.
Yeah, well, I mean, they really committed there, the boys. They actually took out a Tempest into that middle hard point as well, so they no longer have it available. Dave still has his. And now they have that back spawn. Well, had that back spawn. And it looks like the boys just completely took it away from Pitty's the only one left alive. He needs reinforcements to come in, but that's a massive spawn out from Team WaR. Look how far away the rest of that team is. It's going to take them 10 seconds just to get there, let alone winning trades.
They spawned in blooming Narnia there. That was all the way on the other side of the map. Really good stuff from the boys. A fantastic break and spawning Team WaR all the way out. That's a good chunk of 20 points or so, pretty much uncontested. Vortex is the only one that can answer back for Team WaR as they do try to get back into this hill. As said though, the kills are starting to come from them a little bit more. They just need to chain some of these hills together and they will have a very good chance in this map. Just to remind you guys, yesterday in the winners bracket finals, Team WaR went down to the boys 3-1. This was the first map played as said. Team WaR couldn't get anything going. Defrag nearly finding two there. They will not pick up the scrap, but they will win the rotation. It's a 30-point lead for the boys heading into P3.
And now, Shawnee needs to try and stay alive here for the pinch. Not going to happen, and it will be Team WaR that are in full control, and they're trying to push this out as far as possible. Now, keep an eye on the mini-map. The boys are going to try and stack this to get as many bodies in as possible. They do have a grab, they do have a Tempest. Can they put these to work here as they try to get through? 38 seconds after this break. Quicker's going to go down straight away. Vortex trying to hold. Chain eventually takes him out. And now you can see all of the boys trying to go in here. They're going to get massive trades of this one. Huge stack. Get the break. Only Dave now to beat left alive as Dave tries to put down shots with that ICR and eventually has to back off.
He will get back inside the map though, and is round behind them still. Will find the kill on a Quicker. They've got a nice little pinch set up here. The kills start to come in for Team WaR. It's only really Shawnee left alive. He does find one. Where's the rest of Team WaR? Nowhere near. There was only 10 seconds to play for. They're fighting for this rotation, which they seem to have won. They are well set up. It's a big kill if Josh can find it. He does so. The pinch is no longer there momentarily. The That's quicker, and the boys coming down elbow side. Piggy says, hiya boys, coming around behind, finds two as well with the help of Vortex. Really nice play by Team WaR. They're only 17 behind here, and they've got a really nice setup as well.
Interesting. Quicker ended up using his grab slam quite a while ago, and Josh hasn't used his so far this game. Quicker's almost going to get his back before this ends if he keeps on going the way he is. And I am wondering, at what point do Team WaR break out that war chest? Well, here it comes the first one. Tempest coming straight in for Dave. Going to miss two against Bance. Needs to get that hit. Bance just shuts him down. That is not what you're going for, and it looks like Josh is going to go high. He's going to go low, and he gets three. That's a wipeout. And the boys are now behind against Team WaR as we look for this next rotation into office. Who's going to come out on top?
We said that Josh was struggling, but now on a 6 streak as well. How far is he off those streaks? Actually, let's have a look. Paradox, 45. Team WaR with the lead here. If Josh can get streaks as well, it's their game to lose. Playing with Josh now. What's he going to do through a vent?
Got to be careful. Got to be very, very careful here. Josh is playing just for streaks. He's going to get checked. Sees one player. They now know he's here. And it's a little bit of a conundrum here for him because he's not entirely sure what he's going to do, but it turns out he gets challenged anyway. Now lightning strike available for him. The boys will have control of this next hard point though. And this is coming right down to the wire. Here comes Team WaR. They're trying to break into it. Nasty gets it out. Trades on both sides, but it is a spawn out for Team WaR. They do not have the reinforcements available yet. This could be the end of the game. The boys have the opportunity. Very little in the war chest for him. Bance, if he gets a few more kills, he's going to have that war machine as well. Here it comes. Team WaR, last hurrah. They've got to go in. They've got to go in now. Already shutting it down. Bance is going to get it. Almost gets it. Does go down in the window. Nasty checking for him as well. And it looks like the boys are in the dominant position. It's going to be a contest, though. Team WaR have to get in.
They have to go now. There's only 3 seconds to play for. You got to get in the hill. You got to get in the hill. PD's the only one there. Can he shut it down in time? But look at the rotation. It has to be in their favor. PD goes massive. But who's in P1? You've got to go now. Number 4 on your screen is nowhere near. And the boys will take a hotly contested map number 1.
Well, you know what? You're going to say to yourself, was it worth Josh playing for those streaks for so long?
That's it. For me, he was taking so much time. They were playing around these streaks. And yeah, okay, if you get the spawns and you get the kills surrounding what he's trying to play for, it works out. But in the end, they take that time far too much. They were in a leading position then. And this is how he got there towards those streaks. A great grab slam out of him. It was a really nice comeback, but you've got to query whether they just took their time far too much with that one. They'll be disappointed with that map 1 loss.
Gave up full office control. I mean, P managed to kind of help save the day, but after throwing everything into that office hardpoint, Team WaR were nowhere near P1 for the rotation. They saved it with 1 second left to go. Just not really going to work out for them.
I mean, yeah, look, he said they've got control towards the back. And Josh is there to develop a pinch. If he's pushing that, they've got a good pinch, and he just takes his time a little bit too much. We need him through vents at that point for me. If he can then go and help his team, then that's great. Yes, okay, he's trying to get streaks, which ultimately will help his team in the end, but he wasn't there to help them in the crucial moments. The boys can then set up, find a lot of points, and for me, that's a misplay. It's definitely a misplay from my point of view. I get it, I do understand. But for me, where you're playing in these last 2 hills with how close it is, how influential are streaks in middle hill? Yes, okay, you can put it through the top window, but realistically, you need points here, and they sacrifice points for streaks, and in the end, it's a payoff that does not pay off.
And so it doesn't. You always got to ask yourself, I mean, Josh actually held on to it because it's not as effective on that hill as it could be. But at that point in the game, do you just quickly try and drop it outside the back of the hill, try to maybe kill a reinforcement, hope for the best, because you've got it, it's not going to be that useful in mid, it's not that useful around here. You basically just have to drop it at that stage because you're not going to get to the next hill. You're not going all the way around the back courtyard again.
I think, you know, if this is earlier in the game where he's going for these vent kills and trying to get streaks, then I understand it, fair enough, but it's too late in the game to be playing that, so you need everybody in there. I get it, okay, but for me, it's just a bit of it's a mistake. It has to be put down as a mistake. I get why you play for them, but not at that moment in the game. The boys took full advantage of that, though. They held down office really well either way, and will walk out as map 1 victors.
They certainly will. I've got a question there as well. I think maybe some of the specialist usage coming in, they held on to it for quite a long time, seeing it. And I actually criticised the boys more because I did say, you know, they've kind of broken everything out for middle hill, which isn't usual, let's be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't love the specialist usage from either team for the most part. We did see that 3-piece grab slam from Josh, which ultimately led on to these streaks, what might have been the double-edged sword that lost the game. It will be a disappointing loss for the for the guys on Team WaR. But yesterday in this series, they did play this map, and this was indeed the boys' pick. They did win that last time round as well. So Team WaR will not be too despondent about that. They'd be disappointed in the fashion that they lost the game. But heading into S&D, they really do need a victory. And yesterday, we seen in the control yesterday, things looked great for Team WaR. However, it's a completely different map this time round. Can they do that again?
I'm looking forward to this for several reasons. One, obviously they played yesterday, but also bearing in mind that these guys have played each other in scrims a lot coming up into this event. So it should be a real game of counter picks, and the tiny nuances of players are going to know where the other player might be and their tendencies and exactly how they're going to end up, taking the gunfights. So there's going to be a lot we're going to miss, because they're going to be like, this player has gone a certain direction because he knows he's playing a certain player, and that decision may seem slightly different to us, whereas obviously he's playing off previous knowledge and muscle memory of how that player should play.
It's slightly different to what we do see through the Mountain Dew and Game Fuel Open bracket, that throughout the early stages of the tournament, it's not really on about vetoes. You're not really thinking about the other team. You're thinking about your best maps, but that's definitely not the case with these two. These two have played each other before. They've been playing with each other for years. They will know how each other plays. We were speaking to Vance backstage. He was really happy with the vetoes that they got. I was a little bit concerned for Team WaR when I did see them, and we were speaking to Vance, and that concern has reared its head in that map number 1. However, I definitely seen a better showing out of Team WaR than I did yesterday already. So let's see if they can bring it to maps 2, 3, 4, and 5 and force a second best out of 5. Just remind you guys, they do have to go and win 2 best out of 5s here, as they're coming from the losers bracket. Team WaR, not the best start that they would have wanted.
No, you are completely correct, and you know what, we've seen B-Sport Josh on that main stage again at London, and he got kind of blown out in that event, but he had the benefit of being the team in the winners bracket, so that played 2 best of 5s. This time around, if he doesn't win a map here, it's going to end very, very swiftly, this series.
Yeah.
I think also bearing in mind, that there's a lot of stories between these two teams. They've got ex-pro players dropping down, not making it, players from the PLQ that just couldn't quite get it even though they expected to. So they've come to this event, there's a lot of money on the line for both teams, a big payday. And not only that, but they're looking to do damage when they go into the World Championship. These are essentially, they said this morning, we're playing for who's the 17th best team. Both these two teams are wanting to get into a good group. They want to come out of groups at the World Championship and prove that they're every bit as good enough as these pros currently playing for franchising next year.
I mean, look, all of them have got something to prove when we do get the champs, of course, and I think none other than Shawnee and Bance. They've been in the Pro League the majority of the year. Bance really hasn't had a good 2 years. Shawnee had an alright time on Reciprocity, but ultimately replaced. These guys will be vying for finishes higher than the teams that they got dropped from, higher than the teams they left. And the pressure is on at champs in August, of course. But first and foremost, we're going into map number 2 here. Once again on Arsenal, but this time we're going into Search and Destroy. For me, I need to see Team WaR win this map. If they don't, I really do worry for their chances in this grand final now.
Well, let's see how this all goes down as we jump in straight on board with Nasty on the sticks, and he has a sniper. Is he going to see anyone here? And this is the great bit, right? Is that these will have had this same engagement before with a sniper. They're trying to go through already. Josh is going to go down. Chain gets first blood. Bance gets second blood. And now it's just a terrible situation for Team WaR. And it's going to be Nasty. He's going to be challenged by several, and that's a shot punch by P to bring it back. Can Team WaR find their way out of this hole they dug themselves?
Yeah, the boys are developing a pinch in and around the site, but Team WaR making a move here. Shawnee will be calling that out, gathering information, not pulling the trigger, right thing to do. Expecting a B push, and it does look like the boys are migrating over to that side of the map. Team WaR now, there was the double bluff. It might have been, but the boys seem to have read it. Kill coming in here from Chain, who's in and around behind. It's now a 2v4. Chain finds one. PD's able to answer back, but a bad spot to be in. Round number 1 over to the boys.
Good start from them, and I think we don't talk about it enough. I do think momentum and mentality plays a good portion in these events, especially now that they're on the main stage and they fought all the way through the Game Fuel Open bracket. When these two teams get onto this main stage, every little thing can affect them kind of mentally forward. And like I said before, we've seen Josh in this situation only a couple of months ago, and it really didn't go well for him. They got beat yesterday. They come into this one, they're being beaten again. They need a little L to take it a big W. as he always says, but at some point you had to take a small W just to get back in the game.
Yeah, we need to see them step it up here. As said though, in map number 1, I definitely see more from them than we did yesterday in their series against the boys. So I do have a slight amount of hope for Team WaR here. They still have a chance. They're a very good team. First kill is going to go over towards Josh, and there's now a 5v4 in favor of Team WaR.
Looking for it really quick, it opens it up, but they're already big trades going down. It's now a 2 versus 3. Vance trying to equal it up here, and no! PD with a strafe, and the RK7 is going to leave Nasty all alone, and he just sees Petey as he scopes out there. That's very unfortunate for him. Misses again. That could have been a little bit more doable. I think that is going to be the end of him. Decides he doesn't want any of it. And now 1-1 between Team WaR and the boys.
Yeah, nice round there you go from Team WaR. A lot better. Shake of the head from Josh. Probably still some lingering disappointment from map number 1 there, but this is the gunfight that really did seal the deal. And RK7 is very, very powerful in the right hands. PD managing to get the kill on the bounce there, but good round there. And you know, I'm really looking forward to see how Nasty does throughout the rest of this map. He's going to be going up against PD with the sniper, but Nasty, every single time we have watched the boys on Search and Destroy, that sniper has been very, very solid from him. So let's see what he can bring to the table. Currently 0-2. Just wanting to get off the board here.
Well, Nasty doesn't see anything to begin with. Being very, very cautious here. Doesn't want to peek for too long just in case he gets picked himself. But no information. That's a crucial thing here. Nasty has seen nothing. And he's probably now called that out to the rest of his team, because they just don't know what's coming. But here it comes, and as soon as he picks out again, PD takes him down. Chain's going to try and stop the bleeding, but he's going to be massively challenged here. What does the player invent? It's Bance. Bance goes down. It's now a 1 versus 3 again. And this time, it's on the side of Shawnee. Does he have any magic, or is he going off the map?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Very hard to retake the site and find 3, but Shawnee not one to sniff at a challenge, goes for it anyway. They will find him though. Good round out of Team WaR once again. I like what they did there. They sent 2 over towards B and had a slow push towards A. As soon as they send those guys over, Shawnee will spot them. We did see the whole of the boys start to move over to that side of the map, which then give PD the control to do this. Fine, Nasty. The entry is there. The second kill in the chain comes very shortly after, and suddenly they're well in control. Vance nearly did spoil the party there from Vance, but an easy enough kill for PD. Finds Team WaR in the lead here in Search and Destroy.
All right, well, let's see how they play this again. I think one of the crucial things there was Nasty just got 0 information.
Yeah. There was the slow push. It was the slow push. They're wary of him, though. They know how good he is on this map, and they're not playing into his hands, and that's why we're finding them 0-3 right now.
Well, let's see. It looks like it's going to be a very aggressive push from both sides here as we go towards B. Nasty going to snipe out, gets one as well, but Chain takes down Bance. And they are just going to come out equal after all of those trades. 2 versus 2. Nasty and Shawnee against Josh and PD.
I mean, the thing is, neither team really have a lot of information here on either two, so bit of a coin toss of which way you go. PD working on some streaks as well, 400 off. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of this round as well. But neither team wanting to make the first move. You can see the boys now making the rotation round. Oh, they're going to get the timing. Or Team WaR going to rotate. Or do they hold their nerve? He hasn't spotted him. Oh, he spots Shawnee now. They've got their information. 2v2 in and around the bomb site.
It's a big pick for Shawnee. PD now needs to find somebody, not quite able to find Nasty there. He's going to try this nade. Is this going to be the right position for him? Unfortunately, not going to get anything from it. And now PD's in this horrible situation because they're going to try double challenge him at any point. And then there it comes. Down he goes. And it is one back for the boys, bringing this back to 2-2.
With that grenade, he's always got a chance. He always has a shot. If he can find himself in a 1v1, then it's a round he could potentially win. But in the end there, it's that initial pick from Shawnee on the PD that really does make that round very, very difficult. Now it is going to be tied up, though. Shawnee spent all year on that reciprocity team, who are still in it here at the CWL finals. What a performance out of them against LG yesterday. He was there supporting them, though. Very much wants them to go on and win it, and I'm sure they'll all want to see the boys do this as well.
Oh, PD takes down Nasty. That's a big opener for Team WaR. It also allows them to now kind of dictate the pace. If they want to, they can rotate away. If not, they can push forward. The boys don't really know what's going to be happening. They've only got one player there. It's going to be Bance. And look, you can see they're kind of curious about what rotation they should be taking. They now end up stacking A. Hasn't really worked out for them. Pete's going to have to try and get out of here. But they haven't committed, and as you can see on the other side of the map, it looks like they're in a great position to kind of go and plant.
Team WaR were querying around and going into A from lobby there. We could see them were set in that position to do so, but there you go, the bomb is now down. It's in a good position for them to defend it as well. Nobody going to be able to jump on that without being peeked from some sort of angle. It's going to be up to Chain here. He's pushing through the mid-map, and they need to hold the front while he's pushing that way. Chain's eventually going to win the fight onto Dave, though. A bit of a crazy gunfight, and now Defrag's in a really bad spot with the rest of his team, but can they hold it off? Vortex is there with him as well, lying on the floor quicker, just about gets away. It's a 3v3. Chain coming around behind is going to be found by PD, though. No more pinch. 3v1 for Bance. And Team WaR find the round. It was a bit of a frantic one. It looked really well set up for them. But as soon as Chain wins that gunfight behind its panic stations, you've got to find the kills at the front, but they do so. It will take a lead once again in this search and destroy.
Well, this is always going to be chaotic. And bearing in mind, one thing we didn't mention is where they planted the bomb. How far out that was. I mean, even if they managed to kind of give up that site, it's one of the few times you can actually just sit there and go, well, actually, it's a really easy peak for us.
There's so many times you will see teams go for the plant towards that site and sit behind the bomb. Because, yeah, you got the cover while you can plant. It's great. It's a free plant the majority of the time. But it's never the best spot to have it. Because then if you give up control of the bomb site and back off to guns, you can't see it. But that time round, they did plant the bomb in a really good position. They could have pushed through. They could have sat back. They're always going to be able to see it. So Team WaR put themselves in a position to win the map and executed it well. Vortex is going to gather their information and now know their push over to B is happening. And it will be a 5-on-5 gunfight over towards the B bomb site.
And now, Wicker has managed to get this one down. PD looking for a pick here himself. So's Dave. They're trying to get in here. It's been a big push from the boys. They've actually taken the other side of the bomb site, but now they're starting to go down. Bance goes down. Vortex is trying to come in. He's eventually going to shut down himself. 3 versus 3. Quicker goes down. 2 versus 3. The boys now scrambling. They have to find a way into this site. They don't know Shawnee's here. Shawnee doesn't manage to get PD though. PD gets away, and that's a terrible result for them. It was doable if he made that kill. And now it's... Oh no! Nasty.
Oh, he's been defusing it the whole time. That was nearly a complete disaster for Team WaR. They get away with it. And PD, maybe just looking a little bit worried at his teammates there. Say, all right, you're in a 1v2 here, boys. I'll defuse the bomb, no problems. And they nearly hashed it up. 2 big kills from Defrag, but the defining moment in that case there was the fact that Shawnee didn't find that kill as they went to retake the bomb site. If he finds that, it's a completely different round. Either way, though, we do see Team WaR now 4-2 up. They need this S&D. Right now, PD is having a fantastic game at 8-2, 275 off streaks. And to be honest, he's had a fantastic tournament as well. Really has been one of the standout players for these guys.
Yep,
with a big reason to apply there.
Just give it all to PD.
Give it all to PD.
Well, let's see how they play this one out again. And it looks like we're seeing a fast rotation coming over them boys. They realize nobody's here, and Quicker jumps out and sees many people. Oh, the trophy's come down. Nasty's stunned and everything. He's not going to get away with it. And that is going to be Team WaR's site. They have the numbers. They have the advantage. P's going to throw a nade in here as well and may get a player. It is going to, and now it's a 1 versus 5. Chain all alone. Don't think this is actually doable for him to get challenged by 3 players. And Team WaR go 5-2.
Flawless round, Nelly. Very well played. That trophy system and stun that comes out just slows the retake from the boys, and it's the easy pickings in the end for Team WaR. Carbon copy of the round that we seen last time round, where we see the boys set up in mid-map, they watch the cross-through window, and then they rotate back through lobby to try and retake. But this time round, Team WaR hold it, not like the boys did previously. There's Dave on your screens. We need to see more of him on the main stage. It's nice to see him up there once again.
That's just because he's a very beautiful man.
He's a good-looking fella.
He is a very good-looking fella.
PD with the lightning strike, though, that is going to be influential throughout the rest of this game. A 5-2 lead for Team WaR. Now you expect them to close this one out.
Well, gonna have to back up at this point.
Call it. He's going to spot them, and I love this from Team WaR. They're set up inside of lobby, waiting for the push, but the boys, they don't want to know about it. They just all went through vents, and Dave really needs to stay alive here. I love that from the boys. Fantastic work there. The lightning strike's going to get called in. They will find one, but everybody's pushed through the middle of the map now. PD goes down, and Dave is left in a 1 versus 3. Bit of a disastrous round for Team WaR there, wasting their streak completely. Dave's not too far off, though. If he can work on something, it's not necessarily the end of the world for this team. Shoney is going to spot him though. A 1v3 for Dave in this situation is always difficult. He really wants to try and stay alive though. And they will chase him down. They will hunt him down. 375 off, make that 275 off. He should be traded out by Nasty and is. That's a round on the board for the boys. 5-3 now.
Bringing it back here, but can they do it? 4 rounds on the bounce is what they will need. They've got the first, but no mistakes. They cannot afford a single mistake here. Going 2-0 up in this series will be massive for them. I fully believe it went 3 up, that happens, but that's not over yet. Team WaR still in the dominant position on the S&D. Only got to win 1.
Well, here we go. The streak is wasted, so a really good round for the boys there. And again, I just want to repeat how much I enjoyed that. We've seen Team WaR set up in the traditional fashion that you will see. It is a pushover towards A, and they do have streaks. You sit in lobby, you wait for them to have to run for cover, and it's easy pickings. But this time round, the boys said, you know what, we're going through vents. And it really just caught them out. And I tell you what, they might catch PT out here with a big rush up forward towards him. He's not going to get away. Chain will take him down. But do they know they're coming over here? Nasty will get away and find the information, as will Shoney, but only momentarily. Defrag finds him. And it is going to have to be a retake from the boys as this bomb is going down.
Josh gets another one. Big kill for him.
Love that positioning from Josh.
3 versus 4. The boys need to clutch this up to stay in this S&D. But who's going to make the next pick? As Quicker now gets Josh. It's a 3 versus 3. But look how far away they are, Ton. They need to get a little bit closer because time may go against them here. Nasti's going to go down as well. 2 versus 3. The rest of his teammates aren't able to get well. Bance just found 1. Bance now in a 1 versus 2. 20 seconds left though. There's so little time for him. Defrag's already seen him. Just don't think this is very good, plausible for him. He's going to play time here, Defrag. Doesn't even need to take this fight. Does take it, wins it. Team WaR win the S&D.
That's a lot better. That's a lot better from Team WaR. They are well in this game. A really good search and destroy out of them. A game they could not win yesterday against the boys, whose S&D has looked somewhat flawless all weekend long. This time round, though, Team WaR get the better of them. We're going to be going into a control of the 1-1 game. On a knife's edge, this one, Bryce.
Yeah, it really is. And I think both these two teams, we said it before, right? We expect it to be a close game. They know each other too well. They've picked these videos, the same ones as yesterday. Both teams are very much looking forward to getting against each other again. But of course, anything could happen in a double of best of 5. Currently tied up 1-1. We'll be right back. Team WaR versus the boys.
Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL, and Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL.
Scope, powered by Republic of Gamers.
Formal the pick, but Zed with 4! Zed with the cluster! And reciprocity surge into the top 4. And just like that, friends, it is 3-1 to E United.
Winners round 3, they move on, they progress, and they shut down Gen G.
Where the game is over, Bhoys are going to the winners bracket final.
He has to get one. He only has to get one. Octane spots him. Octane spots him. He got it! He got the kill!
He got the kill! And Gen G do it!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Miami. We are live here on the main stage with the Game Fuel Open Bracket Grand Finals. It's the boys versus Team WaR, and if you are just joining us, this is how it went down. 250 to 231 on Arsenal hardpoint, taken by the boys, and then Team WaR came back in the S&D 6-3. And we go now into the control.
And this was a map yesterday on the control when Team WaR took it 3-0, but it wasn't on frequency. We did play Arsenal that time round. The boys very cleverly getting rid of that one after that performance yesterday, but Team WaR will still be confident. Their control game has been good all weekend long. I don't really feel like they've lost one, to be honest, and they will be going into this with a lot of confidence now. After winning a control S&D there, that was very, very solid, but it's a good start by the boys. They are going to get into A. They're going to stack that pretty quickly, and looks like Team WaR are pretty much going to give this one up. That's going to be 2 minutes and 19 seconds to defend B.
Yeah, when you lose that kind of first engagement like that, you just leave it. There's not an awful lot you can do against a full stack day. It's going to get captured too fast, and unless you've got some versatility, which you won't have at this point in the game, what are you going to do about it? I think Team WaR have called it right, though. They've ended up trying to play that kill game. It's gone very, very well for them. They've brought that kill deficit right back down to just 1.
They got the kills, and it is going to be the boys now. I think I flank through left, and PD's in a bit of trouble. He's going to back on up. They're just going to let them take that area of the map, but Nasty, well spotted. He's going to be pushed by Vortex. A couple of bullets in, lets him know about it, but will give his position away. And we said that the kill game is what Team WaR are trying to play. I think the boys want to join them in that party. Quicker pushing towards PD, and they're going to try and go for the spawn kill here. Vortex is going to be able to get one back, but the kill feed mostly lighting up white. Going to back on off now as Team WaR really are being pushed around the map wherever the boys want to push them, and they are well in control of this first round.
Quicker there, looked like he was thinking about grappling. Ban's going to go straight into it and snaps. Nasty gets 2 as well, and the boys seem to be running this control. We didn't actually hear from them earlier that they consider this one of their very best control maps, and they were surprised it managed to get through the veto process, and right now that's paying out because they're about to capture B. The WaR, you have to go.
There's no time, they can't even get in. That is a round. And I think WaR at that point know it's stacked and just say, right, just don't feed them anything else at this point.
I mean, they just gave the game up.
Yeah, I mean, they completely give that round. I think they knew it was probably over at that point. A really good one from the boys there. Nasty with these 2 kills really is what sets it up. They just line up perfectly for him, and that's ultimately what ended the round. And that was a very, very quick one, a very dominant one from the boys as we head into round number 2. Be happy with that attack.
And now it's reversal of fortune. Team WaR are on the attack this time around. Just noticed, Shawnee and Quicker, and
everybody.
Yeah.
All went over towards A. Team WaR make the push towards B, and they will know the flank is coming now. Still number 3, Nasty is posted up in the mid-map there, waiting for the push to come through. He's on 75 off streaks, which could be influential, and they're just going to line them up. Shawnee finds 2 streaks for Bance as well. It's far too easy. Now they're going to call it in, try and trap them in the spawn.
It's bad.
Run for cover. Everybody's going to get taken down if they're not careful. Only finds 1.
A little bit of spawn protection saved them there.
75 away for Nasty as well, though. Chains on a 3 streak also as well. Nasty finds the lightning strike. This is a horrible start for Team WaR in the control. Nasty finds his Hellstorm as well. Team WaR, you need to wake up in this map very, very quickly as Vance finds 2 more, can't quite find the 3rd. A horrible, horrible start for Team WaR.
If they're bringing in another Hellstorm already, they're waiting, nobody's respawning. And now, even though it seemed very, very one-sided so far, bearing in mind it's not that many kind of kill difference between them, 21 and 16. still very doable for Team WaR. They've had a little bit of a rough time. A very rough time, but still have the opportunity. Now they're going to push into B here. Bant's going to see one as well. He's got teammates backing him up. Already lost it. Shawnee's gone down. Bant needs to stay alive here. Reinforcements are incoming. He has them as well. It's going to be Chain coming in to help him. Chain gets two at the same time. And all of a sudden, Team WaR like, yep, they can't go B anymore. That's what they're going to try and rotate once again.
Team WaR have been bullied across the map right now. They really just haven't got any break whatsoever throughout these whole first 2 rounds. Eventually they will get the kills and will find themselves in a position to capture A. Defrag might get spot killed here though. He's going to take Bant down. That's an important kill. Looks like the boys are going to give up A. Team WaR will get that one now. 5 kill differential, and for all that the boys have dominated this round, you're very right. The kill difference is not that much. It is only 5. 1 tick already on B. It takes 1 good wipe and Team WaR will well be back into this game.
And now, this is where it gets difficult. Team WaR need to break in. And Banza said, no. No, you do not come this way.
And grenade launcher on that side of the map is not really what you want to see if you're on Team WaR. Josh pushed around behind and found nothing, but the kills coming in their favor here. That's 3. Now look for the 4th. Can't quite find them. Big kills out of Chain and Nasty here. Pushed up towards the Team WaR spawn in pipes. This might be it. Nasty now finding another. That'll be his teammate. He might find Dave as well. He was in a bad spot, and really good play out of Nasty and Chain. Well, he just shut that down completely on their own. It's one final big push out Team WaR. If they wipe 4 more members here, they've got a slight chance, but it looks like they might be going 2-0 down here, Brycey.
Yeah, I'd say that is the most likely thing here. I mean, 2 versus 10, 2 versus 9. It would take a Herculean effort. I mean, they bring it back to 2 versus 8. Dave stays alive. 2 versus 7. Is this the dream?
They don't have any utility to work with here, though. Josh is just going to try and find a couple more kills. If he can, he is going to get taken down. That should be the round. Team WaR really did get bullied across the map there. They kept it within a close contention, but the boys just seem to be dictating the pace. They're dictating the areas of the map that they want to control. And this all really comes down to Chain and Nasty in and around this area in pipes. I think they've found 4, 5, or 6 kills before Team WaR could even answer back, so they just couldn't push through. They cut the head off the snake, so to speak. It was very difficult for them to get numbers inside the point. Here you go, Josh Nelly made it interesting with a few kills there.
He almost got that last 2. I think if he got that last 2 piece, it would have been a very different kind of situation, because he would have probably done that, healed, stood out, helped his teammate, may have ended up in a 1v5. Admittedly, still not great.
Yeah, it was always going to be a monumental effort if they were going to win that round, but here you go, into round 3 now. Looking towards Specialists, and here's the boys, maybe just about better off here. Oh, that's a huge grenade out of Nasty as well. And Team WaR, they need a good start this round, and they just haven't found a good start in any of the rounds. The boys have been in the lead every single time. And it's just fighting from behind constantly if you're Team WaR, who lose it again, instantly.
Exactly how it went last time around. What did Team WaR change here? What do they do? Lightning Strike's available for the boys as well.
Nasty should call this in. He's going to get it again.
That's a very good point, and it turns out he's listening to you, because incoming, he just pinged it. He didn't actually call it in, he pinged it.
That's the best bit of life we've really seen from everybody on Team WaR. David's just absolutely gun bans there. Chain is going to get taken around from behind, so a good start for Team WaR on the defensive B. A couple of kills coming in. They clear out their spawn as well, minus Nasty, who's still there and still 50 points off his Hellstone this time round. Quicker is going to find one in the mid-map here as well, though. And again, the boys are just doing this thing where they just spread out across the map. They're not really pushing any direction. They're just quite happy to slay in and around, be unpredictable. It's working out for them. They eventually get control of B, though. Team WaR going to have to take it back.
Well, managed to get a little bit now. An outcoming Tempest. That's bad for Team WaR. They're now going to have to push, and they finally do. They managed to catch him. That Tempest goes out here. Quicker now going to be on the flank at the same time. He's looking for players to take down, and it's all kind of searching. That player has managed to get away with it, eventually finding PD. Grab Slam now available. The boys are in control of this. And that's unbelievable. Play on drop down. Quicker is just bossing them. Is another player going to try and challenge him?
It's a big gunfight to win, because he's just stopping the pinch coming in from bottom mid here. Is he going to find another one as well? He hasn't stopped inside of bottom mid. His team not quite in control yet. They are on the point, but Quicker is not stopping in the mid-map. Josh eventually does take him down, but Nasty's doing the business inside the point. The second tick comes in. Team WaR need a big push now, Bryce.
They do, and it's going to be Vortex. Vortex tries to make it work. It's not going to be enough. The next player has to go in. It's going to be Defrag. Defrag goes down as well. And that was an easy control for the boys. About as clinical as you're ever going to see it, and you can see Shawnee smiling. He's a happy man. Same with Bance. They know. They knew when that control came up in the vetoes. They said, they changed the control from the last time we played them. They've actually given us a better control map for us.
And that really showed, in all honesty. I mean, yesterday we seen a 3-0 in the control, but it went in the favor of Team WaR. But we've just seen the boys beat Team WaR across the map in every single round. That was as convincing as a control you're ever likely to see. And that puts Team WaR on the back foot. They now need to win 2 maps in a row to even just force a second best out of 5. Bad spot to be in, really bad spot to be in.
It's kind of crazy, like I said, it was shocking for me when Bance kind of said that to us, that he couldn't believe they gave him that control either, even though they beat him on the control. I don't really understand that, because surely you'd think that Team WaR would know.
I mean, look,
at no point did they look like they were going to do anything Team WaR.
Maps 1, 2, 4, and 5, I do believe the exact same maps as yesterday. Of course, we didn't see 5 yesterday, so if we get there, who knows? But if you are Team WaR, I feel like you had to change the maps up. Yes, you changed one of them, but you changed the map that you won.
Yeah.
So to me, the vetoes just have not made sense here. Yes, okay, they might say, all right, we didn't play very well, we like these maps, but I don't know. I think it's an oversight, to be honest with you, Bryce. I really do think it is.
Yeah, I completely agree. And here's the issue with that entire control. It never seemed like Team WaR were going to win a round.
No.
They didn't even get close to it. I was never at any point going, oh yeah, they've got a chance here to do something. The best part of play we actually saw from them was in the second round,
the 2v8.
where the 2v11 it started off as, and it was close, and I was like, well, that's ridiculous that this is the first time we thought you've actually managed to do anything this game. And it was just a lot of trading going on, but they never actually managed to get that kill lead back.
I mean, I don't want to point towards stats, but PT has been phenomenal all weekend. He goes 5-13 in that game.
Bance has been playing very well.
Bance is nasty. Great. I mean, they were all playing well. They've all had their moments. Shawnee's found important kills. Quick had dominated with that SMG. Going into map number 4, though, we're going to stay on frequency here. And if the gunfights continue to go the way that they go, I do not see Team WaR winning this map. There is not a chance. If they do not step up and step up fast, this one's over in 4 once again.
They're feeling it though, the boys. They really are. Like, you can see just how jubilant they are sitting there. They know one more map. We did this yesterday. We won it on this map as well yesterday. Gonna be worried if you're Team WaR, because that was horrifically one-sided.
I think if you're Team WaR, you look at map number 1 and you sort of say that could have been our chance. As we head into map number 4, that could have been us in the lead. But they find themselves behind here in the first best out of 5. In the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket Finals. They need 2 best out of 5s. They're looking like they're going to struggle to find more than 1 map.
All right, let's see if Team WaR have anything left, any more to give. Last 2 days of playing, all comes down to this. On the other side, the boys ready to rock and roll. Here we go, first hard point. Big spread coming in. Beastball goes in for it. Every player going to be here, and the trades are going to come in fast and furious. And it looks like this time Team WaR come out with it. Finally getting those first points on the board.
Start will settle the nerves somewhat. After you get battered in one map, if you come into the next and you have a really good start, you know, it puts you back on that level playing field. You feel you've just been beaten from pillar to post on this map, and control albeit, but having a good start like this is very, very important. They've done very well to lock down the majority of the spawns here. They have knocked down the majority of the kills and the spawns, if anything. PD here, all alone after 24 points of Team WaR, pretty much dominating this opening exchange. They will be wiped off the map this time round, but they do have the spawns that you want for P2. Dave is the only one there momentarily, though. He's going to have the rest of his team just about backing him up in time, but it's a good start for Team WaR. They've got the spawns, they've got the lead.
Well, this is where they need to hold this as well. That first hard point, we always think it doesn't very count for much, only a 10-point lead difference between them, but they're breaking it the hard way. Can they push through and get the spawns out?
Oh, and they spawned out here as well, Team WaR.
Worked for them so far. It's going to be a bit of a pinch, though. I don't think they know it's coming. Shawnee, though, holding it down, and turns out it looks like they've got Shawnee backing them up at the same time. They're now fighting out of this corner. Can they finally push out the back? They have. They've got back spawn as well. The boys have broken this. It is all advantage to them, as now Team WaR have to go through the front. 30 seconds left to go. Trying to get in here. They are going their way. Josh gets a two-piece. And they managed to break it the hard way as well. Both teams doing it.
I mean, both teams just brute strength, forced their way through the front door there. How the hell have they managed this? A monumental effort from both teams. In the end, it is going to be the boys that probably just about get more from this. Team WaR will just about have a lead if they hold on this 10-second scrap and will have the rotational win. Vortex will back on up and say you can have the final 5 points. I'm off to P3 now. Kills in the mid-map are going to be important. Defrag does find one. Nasty is going to go down to Vortex as well. This is better from Team WaR. We need to see their SMGs play well here. Josh is on a 4 spree right now as well. So keep an eye on that as well, but Vortex is going to get found in mid-map. Josh, 35 points off streaks. We know how important they can be on this map. We'll just get a final 15 tick there. He needs 1 kill.
He might even juggle the hill here. His teammates can get the kills. Might be worth. Josh just staying alive as it's going to stay contested. Neither team ready to commit. Vance gets one. Now it's going to kick off, and there's a lightning strike for Josh. Pre-firing going through. It's still contested. Neither team giving this up. They're just hiding on balcony at the moment, and Josh will eventually go down. No Hellstorm for him, but no points for either team. Finally, Team WaR get in here, but they've got so many bodies against them, and PD managed to get that final trade. So little points got on that hill for either side.
But at the same time, I think if you're Team WaR, you have the lead, you get Josh's streak, you're all right with that. I'm all right with Josh playing streaks there. Not like in the last map where he was playing it far too close towards the end. No team yet to hit 100 points. He played for the lightning strike. I absolutely agree with the play, especially on this map, but the rotation is well and truly belonging to the boys right now. They find the entry kills as well. They can lock this down though. May force Josh into using that lightning strike, which I feel like he might call in anyway here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst decision for him. But staying alive. Both teams still neck and neck into this one. Baz and Chain managing to get a few kills to lock this. Eventually, PD will go down as well. Neither team really seems like they're fully comfortable onto this hill. Josh eventually calling in that lightning strike. He has broken it open for Team WaR. They're now getting the trades in. They've managed to clear it out. Final 20 seconds should be theirs, as the rotation now starts to go over to Elevator as we head into our second set of rotations.
Lightning strike trade for 20 points. He'll take that all day long, albeit just a scrap, and you will indeed see the boys, the ones that are set up here. A little bit of a pinch here. If I can stay alive, can't get away from Bance's War Machine. That's going to be popped now. Does he know which direction they're coming from? You feel like he does. You can see where they're spawning, and that might get a couple of kills. He still has 4 bullets left in the chamber here. 54 seconds remaining on P1. Really nice setup from the boys. They are behind, but only momentarily, you feel.
Team WaR are waiting. That's going to still be air. Trying to get it, trying to get Vortex. Vortex just slides through. That Blackjack keeps doing such big work for him. And Dave also has streaks. Team WaR managing to get that break after a while. They had to wait, they had to stack it, and they played it perfectly.
That's nice to do a break, as you're ever really likely to see. Absolutely perfect. Dave finds streaks. They've got the spawns. They do get broke back, though. The boys still in this one, as we do move over towards P2.
All right, well, let's jump on board with the boys for our Astro Gaming listen-in.
One off. I need to reload. Close, weak. No.
One shot.
I spawned far, by the way. One's behind you. Mid.
Kill.
Yo, stun the mid. Kill him. I got streak. Go full streak.
I gotta go. Break one off.
Streak back. He tempers me.
Yeah, go for it. Fight this one.
Back. It's used WaR. They pushed out. Weak on hill.
No.
No. Wait, we should streak left.
We should.
Streak left.
Go in the back, then you need to go in the back.
Yeah.
Back,
Do it now. Streak now.
Done it. Okay, one pushed up.
He's killed it. Left up, over hill. I'm so weak.
Go now.
He's close to streaks. He's going to challenge you. Dave at the back. Close to streaks. Let's one's pinch as well. One of us needs to stay back. I'll get P1. One of us needs to rotate.
Hold the back.
Get flank here,
Who's helping me, P1?
Fast and furious communication there from the team. They just know how frantic this game is. Neither team really able to get daylight between them in terms of the score. And I don't know how it's going to go either.
And that works out really nicely for Team WaR. In all honesty, they managed to keep a hold of the hill, get the majority of the points, get streaks on PD as well, and Nasty completely burns his streaks. They used a lot of specialists, I will say that. But they get the majority of the points. That's a really nice hold, and it's good rotation for Team WaR, who are seemingly waking up once again in this hard point. But can they close this one out? They couldn't do it in map number 1. If they can do it here, they'll force a map number 5. They've got plenty of streaks available as well. The kills momentarily do come in for the boys, though. Shawnee and Vance and Quicker all combining very nicely. Shawnee will find the last one. It's a clean break as well. 30 seconds to play for here. Team WaR are going to have another stab at it here though, Bryce.
They are. You can see Vortex is waiting for his teammates. He's going to be sitting in window. He's going to find that first kill. Second player come challenge him. He will go down quicker, just slightly faster than that shot punch. And they've held us to the next 16. Chain now looking underneath. You'll see Dave. Dave takes him down very, very quickly as we look for this rotation coming in. Shawnee will have Purifier. Not really useful at this point in the game. Wait for Elevator.
Yeah, they'll be waiting for P1 for him to bring that one out. The other side of things, D-Frag is not far from that either. But Team WaR in a good spot here. 3 streaks between them. In control of the hard point. But who are we looking at? It's going to be Shea Sweeney. Not going to go for it. Team WaR, they know they're backed off. Look, they backed off towards me. It might not be enough though. Quicker finds one on it. Dave looking to go forward as well, but it's well played by Team WaR. They back off and try and slay out, but Chain finds 2 in and around pipes. I'm feeling that we're going to see a streak have to get called in here if you're Team WaR.
Certainly will do, and there we go. You're going to start hearing it. Pinnacle's in the lightning strike. Goes for the drop down. They're already getting the kills as well. That lightning strike pushes them all over the map. It's going to be Chain. A D-Frag takes down Nasty. And now Team WaR managed to get back into this site. If there's going to be one last push coming in from the boys, it's just one player ready to do it. It's going to be quicker, and he has to go against attack 5 D-Frag. He's going to lose that fight as well. And they have the rotation. This is so bad for the boys now because they are falling further and further behind.
Yeah, they're falling far behind. They have got the spawns for P2 if they need them, but Team WaR set up D-Frag here with the Purifier, setting everybody on fire. 2 go down. Team WaR get the scrap, they get the rotation, they get the entry kills. 50 points away now, Brycey. They're starting to get a bit of a lead. D-Frag working on streaks as well. Already has his lightning, 50 off his Hellstorm. It's their game to lose, you gotta feel.
Oh my goodness, just into the fire over and over again. Complete wipe. Team WaR get this one locked down. And there goes Josh, gets a 3 slam as well. Team WaR, it was close. It's no longer the same. And that Shawnee with it is gonna go down now. 27 seconds left to go. They can not win it here, Team WaR, by the look of it. He's going to go for one more rotation, but the boys still need the time. They still need to not give it all up, and they're going to go for one last push. Here they go, in once more. It's just not working for them, Ton. Nothing they do is working.
The boys have to fight for every single point here, which allows Team WaR to lock down these spawns. If they can win the first flurry of gunfights, so we're going to a map number 5, and for the first time in this game, the boys look flustered. They look desperate in this hard point right now. Team WaR, though, they still got work to do. 20 points away, 4 streaks between them as well. Specialists, what have the boys got? They need to have something to get them back into this. Team WaR are just about winning the gunfights here. Nasty trying to do his best from inside of Orange. Chain with him as well. They do break through. Can they find the kills, though? Dave and Vortex combining. It might just be enough. Team WaR 5 points away.
That's unfortunate. That cluster rate could have been massive for them, and they're going to go down. There's so few players in it, and it will be Team WaR. We're going to map number 5 in this one. It's not over yet. These teams really throwing down against each other. And honestly, Ton, I don't know how this is going to go now.
I have no idea. Based on what we've seen in the first search and destroy, you probably want to slightly lean over towards Team WaR, but the boys' search and destroy has been sensational all weekend long. Either way, much more like it from Team WaR. That is more of what we expected to see after map number 1. Great performance from them.
Certainly was, and these two teams get a chance. If Team WaR win it, we go to a second best of 5. Can the boys end it here? Find out right after this.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, the official beverage of the CWL. And Totino's Pizza Rolls make the everyday epic.
Day 2 is in the books. Miami brought a huge crowd, some upsets, and of course, some top-tier performances. Let's look back at the best moments from Saturday in the PlayStation Top 5. Starting off with number 5, we have aBeZy juking it up with this sweet 1v1, trying to lead up the comeback over Gen G.
The shots are there. Havoc's going to check the bombs, going to keep moving 15 seconds. Again, aBeZy just got to keep running aBeZy. No worries, got to keep moving. He gets the kill! aBeZy!
Coming in at number 4, it's Zero from FaZe, who steps off the map in this high-pressure 2v1 clutch to help lead FaZe to a victory over Luminosity.
They spotted him here with the way they're looking. They haven't. They body stack a little bit. He gets out. The instant bounce from Zero. He connects, gets back on the map, and successful for the clutch on a 5 spree.
The number 3 play goes to Clayster, winning the round from the grave with this surprising clutch for E United.
Clay, he's fighting tooth and nail. This is it. He's going to call in the streak. The lightning strike can get it done for him as he fights Dylan, but Dylan, he's too bloody strong. He's an animal.
No one's on it. No one can get it. The lightning strike comes through.
He's done it.
Miles, you might have turned around. You looked at the wrong thing, but it's over.
Sitting at number 2, it's Metals with this perfectly timed 4-man grab slam.
You mentioned Metals grab slam. When will it come into play? You've got 2 down. Now might be the time. Now might be the time. 4 go down. Metals with the big connection. 5 down for Splice.
Our number 1, one of the most unique and insane clutches ever. It's Mox from Gen G with a 1v3 clutch, singling out the bomb diffuser and putting 100 Thieves in the dirt.
But he might only need to get 1
He
kill.
only has to get 1. He only has to get 1. Octane
Find the
spots him.
angle.
Octane spots him. Octane spots him. He got it.
He got the kill! He got the kill! And Gen G do it!
That does it for this PlayStation Top 5, but you do not want to miss the end of CWL Finals. Catch it at twitch.tv/Call of Duty or MLG.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Miami. We are here on the main stage with our grand final of the Manduan Game Fuel Open Bracket. It's the boys versus Team WaR, and here is the series recap. Arsenal hard point to the boys, then it went to the S&D, that went to Team WaR, control to the boys, and then the hard point went to Team WaR. We're all tied up, it's map 5.
Been trading blows all the way here. Previous S&D, of course, did go over towards Team WaR. There's a very different map here on Payload. A lot slower. You think ARs, you think that close SMG presence in mid. Who is going to get the better of each other here? Will we see a second best out of 5, or will we be crowning the boys our final champions of the year?
Well, now both teams just being a little bit slow in execution. Already looks like the boys are going to go and try to get into this. Shawnee gets that first blood, very, very important on the attack, and they're taking over A side, trying to get into a P, just shooting that RK7. Unfortunately, only gets 1 in the end. So many players around him, and Team WaR now down 2-4 in this one. The Defrag and Vortex have enough left to do something here, and he sees one, goes straight down. Defrag probably won't even challenge it. If he does, he's going to pick up Chain and then run away.
He's going to find one, just about taking down Chain. Now in a 1v3, it's not the best position to be in when you've got Nasty staring at you, and the boys are just going to run away, play in a pack. They'll challenge him all together. Should be dead momentarily. Does find Quicker.
Hold on.
30 seconds to go. This will be a 1v4 if you can pull it off, but the opposite end of things. Not going to catch anybody with that. The boys playing this one well, 20 seconds to go.
Well, they're just running away from him here. yeah. Defrag's like, yeah, I can't find them. the worst game of hide and seek I've ever seen.
If you can find one of those kills quicker after the second, then all right, he's in an okay spot. Right
well though,
thing
killed 2 of them.
Yeah, he did well to get that far, and will shut down any sort of streak progression early on. That's the gunfight that opened up the site here. PD must have put about 3 clips of RK7 into separate people, but only able to find 1 kill. There's Shawnee, formerly of Reciprocity, now down here fighting with the boys in the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket Finals here at CWL Miami. Can he get it done? Plenty of money on the line here, 60 G's for the winner.
Very, very tense between these 2 teams. Team WaR, if they win this one, they go to a second best of 5. The boys will put this tournament to bed. But which team will come out on top? Neither team actually dropping a player yet, even though plenty of gunfire has gone down. It's all throwing shoulders and peeking. Neither team ready to commit, but here we go. PD looks like he's about to take on Bance. Not going to get it though. Chain manages to get behind a player, and they now open up. It's the boys with the first blood again. Nasty going to see a player come across here. Decides not to take him on that quick. Shadow's giving it away, but he will be challenged by 2. Now goes down, 4 versus 4, and it looks like that B site is under control of Team WaR.
Josh always plays on an island in Search and Destroy. He does it constantly. Just looks for that flank. It's not a bad spot for Team WaR to be in, but they really do need to think about getting this bomb down quicker. And Bance looking for a kill here. PD just happy to shoulder it. Was he stuck there? The grenade might find him. Josh comes around behind though. He said he can play on an island, and he comes around behind and catches them unawares. Will then run away once again. Needs the rest of his team to hold though. The bomb is now down. 3v3, 2v3 in favor of Team WaR. Shawnee in a rough spot with the ICR. Finds the gunfight though. 2v2.
And now, can they get this defuse? They've got to find these players. They've got to find them. And they don't really have a chance to actually get pinched themselves here. Shawnee goes down, and it's not good for the boys. Quick has been seen as well. And surely that means he goes for a little swan dive.
Josh has played that so well. He's played it so well. Initially at the beginning, before that was even down and they did move over towards that bomb site, he's on the opposite side of the map, just playing on an island, going in and around behind them. Everyone seems to move as a team together, and they just don't know where he is at any point. That's experience there, plenty of it. Played that as well as he could have. Well played out of Josh.
All right, well there he is, Mr. B Sport himself, and I have had some people ask me before why I'm calling him B Sport. While he goes by his own name in his tag, he was famously known for a long time as B Sport Josh. So kind of it's just habit more than anything.
Back in the day on B Sport, I remember playing against them. Vortex now is going to get caught out though. It's a big rush through pipes. Gonna just back on up here. Only losing 1 casualty, being Vortex this time round. Not 3 from him. Want to see him step it up here, but it's not really an SMG map. We need to see him put himself in better position. Shawnee just about escapes the snipe of PD. 4v5.
Boys constantly getting these first bloods, and if you're Team WaR, you've got to basically try and stop that from happening. And that, is he going to be able to see him? Oh, PD goes down. Shawnee just takes him out. Unfortunately, that bomb was not able to go down. Big save from Dave there to lock it.
Away.
And now 3 versus 4. Nasty on this outside again. Going to eventually lower that. Red players coming in. He's going to try and go through. Chain goes for the jump. Not being able to get it. Shawnee eventually takes down Defrag. That could have been a 2-piece. 2 versus 3 here. But they're still defending. They know that bomb ended up going down. He's going to try and see it again. He is. He's trying to get back, but he's going to be shot himself. Has to get out of there. Dave tries to make a kill on the other side. That bomb is still being planted any second now. Down it goes. It's suddenly become a lot harder for Team WaR. Unless they can get back, but they will be traded away. 1 versus 2 for Josh. Sees Nasty. Knows where he is. Where's this other player? That's what he's looking for. Sees Shawnee. He has all the information to do this. It's Josh in a 1 versus 2. Picks out a sword as well. Unfortunately, that player gets around behind him. He can't make it happen. And the boys get another round on the board.
Nasty made the right player there. I think he knew he must have been spotted. Finding out where Josh was when he makes that first kill, and Nasty knows what's going on. Just goes in and around behind him. Josh not expecting the flank. Easy enough kill for Nasty. That's a round on the board for the boys.
Been a great game so far between these two. And
Very tight.
Yeah, I can tell that our analyst panel are enraptured by this game. Been watching it all the way along, making notes. Could almost see Nameless losing full.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
All right, jumping back on board this time around. It's going to be Shawnee, and we just see Josh. Josh actually throwing that cluster down. It's a great nade from him. Takes down Chain.
I don't know if he knows if he got the second him. Oh, he didn't spot the player on the bomb either. 3v4. A 3-1 lead for the boys would be very, very welcome. David's going to get a kill on Nasty now. 3v3. Vortex coming in right behind. Can he find 2 here as well? Takes down Bans. Defrag finds Shawnee. And Team WaR spinning on their heads very, very quickly there. That was looking like a round for the boys. An important one out of Team WaR.
Just can't tell, Tom. Both these two teams are so close in terms of ability. They know exactly how to play against each other. It is like two heavyweights just slugging it out, constantly trading blows all across the map. Every single time you think somebody's got the advantage, somebody will make a clutch kill somewhere or just get the pinch exactly at the right timing. So as we go into this one, all tied up 2-2, we go onto the attack with the boys.
And that's Vortex's first 2 kills in this game. Finds the 2 to really open that round. All level now.
See, this is where it gets a bit tense. They're going to go for it, and I think Josh has just seen them. So that information's come up. You can see on your mini-map now the rotation comes in. They've got to get players in position here at the right timing. First pick could be the decider. PD trying to pick with that sniper rifle. It's not been as effective at the moment as he would like. As they're trying to get control here. If this bomb goes down, it will be advantage for the boys, and it has now. They're going to get out alive at the same time. Quicker plants it. It's now a hard retake for Team WaR. They're looking to get in.
It's the flank, it's all about the flank. They kill Nasty, and they get the kill around the front on Shawnee as well. Just wait. If you're Team WaR, you sit back and you wait for the gunfights to come your way. Petey, can he find a second? Not quite.
Kane pushing it out, and a beamer from him. Trying to get alive and out of this one, and he's looking for this next kill at the same time. They're stacking here. It's 2 versus 2. Going for it. Does go down. It's defrag. Defrag. Still defrag. And Vortex will eventually get that trade. And Team WaR now have an easy to defuse as they eventually take down the boys.
It's all about that first kill on the flank. They find that, then it's a pinch, and it's up to PD and the boys to sit back. They do not need to push then. They know they're going to start coming. They wait for it to come, and eventually defrag finds a kill, as does PD. And Team WaR put themselves in the position to win the round. They're putting themselves in a position to send this to a second best out of 5.
Look at this. Chain was doing so well. And look at this snap. Josh didn't stand a chance. Didn't miss a single bullet there. Fortunately, just got caught a little bit out of position. Weren't able to do much.
Difficult spot to be in. Chained up. Can he get things going for his team? 4 and 5 out of him now. Shawnee having a great game at 7 and 4. It's an AR map. You expect his ICR to do damage. Vortex and Defrag though. The SMGs are the ones doing the business for Team WaR, and they might have to do a lot here quicker. We'll get one, we'll get stunned up. Defrag finds one, Chain finds his teammate as well as Defrag. 3v3.
Gotta be careful. They've been pushed right out of it. Shawnee's alone. Now, Team WaR. This goes back to that slow kind of gameplay. They're now looking for that information again. After all the chaos of that very first engagement, neither team came out of it with what they would have wanted. And if you're the boys, you're playing this very, very cautiously. You know Team WaR at some point have to make a move. They have to dictate the pace themselves. Now, whether or not they go aggressive on B, which is unlikely because you don't really want to push those bridges, or the rotation. And you can see already a bit of a spread coming out from the boys. They're trying to figure out exactly what is going on in the mind of Team WaR. Little bit of a gunfight by V.
Yep, Dave's just sold them the bait.
And now, Dave's actually going to go for it. He's just seen Chain. Did Chain see him? I don't know. I don't know if he did. Dave may be able to get a pinch in here. Now this bomb's gone down. That's going to be one against him for Nasty. He's going to be able to get it. It might be traded out here. Does somehow stay alive. Reinforcements in the form of Vortex coming in to help him at the same time. And Vortex picks up Chain. Bait and switch masterclass going on here.
How?
And now Shawnee, goodbye, my friend. We will see you next round.
We'll see you in round number 7. Shawnee, what a round out of Dave. He just played the bait. He's firing away, saying, boys, we're going over here. We're going to B. We're going to B. Planted it. And then he somehow gets through across top bridge, completely unseen, and gets a little bit of luck. It has to be said, Nasty didn't turn the corner, but why would you? Why would you expect him to be here? And the fact he stayed alive as well, just give Vortex the time to run through mid-map. 4-2 to Team WaR. They're 2 rounds away from sending us to a second best out of 5.
Let's see whether or not they can do it. On board with them at the moment, as you can see, the boys attacking. And it looks like an aggressive B push coming in from them. I'm not sure if they've got the bodies to get across here. We'll soon find out. Vortex and Pity maybe going to end up coming across. They get tagged up a little bit. Nade's going all over around by Vortex, and the trade's coming in. And he's close to Streaks, but he's not going to be able to do it. Chain takes down 2. The boys now, I was going to say in the dominant position, but Dave just puts paid to that. And Chain goes down, bomb out in the open.
Streaks would have been nice. They're not necessarily essential on this map.
Yeah,
it's one of those things, the lightning strike will be used for information, and that's really the only useful thing. Now a 3v3. Team WaR playing this very fluidly, though. Oh, Nasty, you're going to win this gunfight. Finds defrag.
It's like a
3v2.
Bit of a bunny hop there, ICR fight. Somehow gets away with it. 2 versus 3. And just how they go. I mean, they don't really have the time here. They're going to have to be careful. Look at that pre-fire coming in. Shawnee says, right, I need to get here so my teammate can get this. If they get this down fast enough, they might be able to. If not, there's a pinch coming in. Josh is going to be here. He's going to win this gunfight against Shawnee. No, Shawnee ends up winning it. It's now going to be Dave in a 1 versus 3. He has the ICR, and I think he thinks better of it. It's too crucial at this point. And again, you'll see a swan dive off the steps.
Yep, and that all really comes down to Nasty winning that gunfight at the back. If he doesn't get that kill on a defrag, it's suddenly a very different situation. So, big kills coming in there for the boys. Making this 4-3 now. Nothing to separate these two. It's been a fantastic series, and honestly, I want more. I really do. I think all the neutrals are vying for a Team WaR victory here to send us to a second best out of 5. It's been a great series so far. They are in the lead here in the last S&D.
Well, let's see what they can do here this time. Back on the attack with Team WaR, and currently watching through the eyes of Vortex. And this could be another little bit of a bait going on. Dave all by his lonesome, big push through tunnels.
Aggressive play from the boys. Gathering plenty of information from that, but Nasty, he's all alone, he's dead. That's going to be an easy take for Team WaR. Now it's going to have to be the rotation. Keep an eye on Chain, number 2 on the map. The boys are going to go around their side of the spawn. Oh, they're going to see him. This is a big gunfight. He finds PD. 4v4.
It's just so difficult break though. It's such a difficult break because you need people on the flank here to lock this down. It's so difficult to go across bridges.
Chain's
I think Quick is going to have to go back and him up. This is difficult to get out here. Chain is going to have an absolute nightmare. Manages to get out. Finds Vortex, not even looking. Gets the timing. Quicker goes down though. Dave manages to find him. He's on top. He's on top. He tries to get that one. Chain finally ends up getting Dave. And now it's a 2 versus 2. Chain's still looking for
Shawnee,
it.
he guns him off the bomb, so defrag now. Left in a 1 versus 1. There's no time. 5-3.
Shawnee absolutely gunned him, but again, it's such a hard retake. You need to be faster on the flank.
Honestly, I expected Chain when he gets that kill on mid, just go. Got some good timing when he eventually went through against Vortex, but Team WaR, that is a round win, but they wouldn't have liked it to be as close as it was, and it's Shawnee waiting for the inevitable push from Josh. Has to go for it, but when his teammate loses the gunfight, has to jump off as defrag's got a free kill. Huge round. Yeah. Huge round for Team WaR, 5-3 up.
A little bit more speed. That's all they really needed there. A little bit more speed. I mean, the fact that they managed to get through and kill Vortex to begin with, it just ended up looking the wrong way at the last second.
God timing. Well, here we go. Round number 9. It's going to be Team WaR on the defense. Dave will get some information any second now. Push is coming today. I think Team WaR know that though. They've got a lot of members in and around pipes here, in and around mid-map. I'm gonna wrap around and they're just gonna go for a retake. That bomb is now going down halfway. Planted at A.
Looking for Shawnee gets that first blood though, very, very important now with his bomb down. Trophy out as well. Dave managed to get back on the bans. Quick is gonna go down. That's such unfortunate timing from him. And now they're looking for it. They're in a little bit of trouble. They don't have the numbers anymore. Players coming all over them. Chain's going to be in trouble. He's been hit up. He's trying to get away. He goes down now. Nasty gets the trade, but it's now a 1 versus 3, and he goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, Team WaR win the map. We are going to a second best of 5 here in the grand final of the Game Fuel Open Bracket.
Our Team WaR have won the battle. Can they win the war though? We go to a second best out of 5 in the all-European matchup. The desk are loving it. Some fantastic gameplay on offer. We will see a second best out of 5. And what a game the first one was. Backwards and forwards we go, but Team WaR are the ones that come out on top.
Wow, there you see, not very happy Shawnee at this moment. They know they could have put this to bed in the first best out of 5. But turns out Team WaR have got a second lease of life from yesterday. We're going to settle this in the next best of 5. Who knows how it'll go. These two battling all the way. Pride of Europe on the line. We will see you in just a few minutes.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand. And Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Miami. We are here live on the grand final. It's main stage time, baby, and we have a game for you. This is the second best of 5 between the boys and Team WaR. My name is Bryce, of course. Joining me to bring you the action is Chris Tunn.
And here we go. As you said, second best out of 5. I have no idea which way this one's going. I'll be honest. I'm quietly a Team WaR fan in this one, but I really thought they were done in series number 1. You've seen how map 1 went. It was very, very close, and it was just the boys pipping them to it. And it was pretty much the same maps as we seen yesterday in the winners bracket final, where the boys did take it 3-1. The fact that Team WaR have now come back and beat them on those maps tells me that this is a different Team WaR we've seen from yesterday. The boys have got their backs against the wall now, I'll be honest.
They certainly have. You can see on your screens right now the recap of how it all ended up going down. And they just managed to blow them out in the last few maps here. Team WaR seemed to find another gear. And I don't know, Ton. I have no feelings either way. Either team could take this. It's the grand final. It's Championship Sunday.
It's all European. We love to see it. We haven't had much to shout about this yet, so I mean, we're supposed to just try and take everything we can.
Reciprocity and FaZe are still in the main tournament. We count FaZe as slightly European, just so people are aware.
As said, we literally latch on to anything at this point. But yeah, there's plenty of Europeans still left here in Miami, which we love to see. But this all European matchup has been very entertaining, and it's really not the final that a lot of people expected. You would have maybe expected one of these guys to make it here, but I think everyone sort of had Mindfreak. They had them earmarked the spot. That was pretty much who's going to play Mindfreak in the final. They did not make it here. They didn't even make it the champs. Such a disappointment for the Australian community, disappointment for us as well. We're looking forward to seeing how Mindfreak we're going to do against the best in the world at champs in August.
Great tweet this morning actually coming up from one of the Mindfreak players.
Shocks.
He messaged his teammates on Twitter asking where they was. Said he was warming up for the main stage. This is a joke because normally that's where they would be.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not this time around. I'd love to get an interview with those guys, find out what actually happened on #1 seed.
I was speaking to Vance. Apparently, they changed up a role.
Oh, that did not work.
No, it didn't. Apparently, they changed up a role before the event. Probably thought, yeah, okay, we'll try it out. We'll breeze through, and then we'll change back if we need to later on in the tournament. But they didn't even make it to top 16, falling at a top 32 placement. But either way, these two teams have performed so well all weekend long, look absolutely flawless until they met each other in the winners bracket finals. Above and beyond the better two teams here. Which way does this second best out of 5 go? The vetoes are coming in. We'll find out the maps very shortly. It'll be an interesting process considering what we've seen. Similar maps in both games that these two teams have played. As said, in the winners bracket final yesterday, we've seen pretty much the same maps apart from Control. That was Control and Arsenal, what Team WaR won 3-0. This time around we played Frequency, which was different of course, where the boys won that one 3-0. But I think you've got to give an advantage to Team WaR here. They have now went and said, right, we'll play you on the same maps, but we'll beat you this time round. So where do you go if you're in the veto process here, if you're the boys? Do you go at it again and say, you know what, third time's the charm? Or do you go, right, let's change it up, let's try something different
honestly,
here?
it wouldn't surprise me. I genuinely think, you know, both teams are confident in the map set, so maybe try it again. A few mistakes, slightly different gunfights, slightly different engagements, probably could work out very different itself. So for me, I'm not too worried about the veto situation either way. I would hate for one of them to panic and maybe mess it up and get it wrong. Go with what your game plan was. You know what your game plan is. You've done it before. Both teams have the reasons to pick these same maps again if they want to.
The only map I'm pretty sure we will not see is Frequency Control. If you have a team, we'll just get rid of that one. We'll get rid of that because, let's be honest, it didn't look too good from them in map number 3. So I would like to see that gone if you're Team WaR. Of course, these guys are still going through the process. We'll find out the maps very, very shortly. I'm really interested to see what it is. I know you're not worried about it. You're not too concerned in terms of how the game plays out. But for me, I think it has bearing. Let's see which way both these teams do go. Petey getting a smile on his face, had a very good series #1. Can he continue that into the second best out of 5?
One more thing to kind of mention here in this is that this is also going to be some VOD watching by some pro teams coming into the camps. This is exactly what they're going to want to see. More maps from these two because they will get them in their group. So if you are watching from the future and you're a pro player, welcome to the VOD of these two teams. I'm sure you're busy preparing, or if you're a coach preparing for them. I don't know, I'm excited to see both of them and see how they actually stack up against the Pro League team. It's been a big question this year of how good are the people in the open bracket compared to those in the Pro League.
Well, these two guys actually end up getting 2 pretty good groups. So if you finish first, you go in with the champions of our finals, which are going to be played throughout the rest of the day after this game. And then when you do go up against them, you will be in the top group. but then you will be playing against the lower seeded teams in the Pro League and the lower seeded teams coming out of the open bracket as well. So a really, really good shot of making it out for one of these two teams. Even the second place team gets a pretty decent group. So both these guys will be happy with their performance so far. Right now, you're playing for that first and second seed and the cash. $150,000 on offer here in total throughout the whole bracket.
It's insane. First gets 60,000.
It's a lot of money.
It is.
It's a lot of money.
Also, I'm fairly convinced they made Dave in a lab, by the way.
I mean, is there something you need to tell us?
Dave is an incredibly attractive human. I don't think I need to tell anybody that. It's very obvious.
Looks like we might be going to frequency first time round. I want to see on the screen. Team WaR won that one. Pretty, I want to say comfortably in the end. A relatively simple game for them. It's about a 100-point difference, so they'd be happy with that first pick if that's where we are indeed going. Really interested to see how this series is going to fold out. It really could go either way. I know we say it all the time, you know, it's a really level playing field, but it really is in this game.
I'll tell you something that's just really occurred to me how long we've been doing this, that Josh has turned from the young gun into the veteran.
Looks like an old man now.
Wow, I wasn't going to go that far. Oh my goodness, I'm very upset. Josh, if you do hear this, we'll get, tweeted afterwards. It wasn't me, it was Chris Tunn. Looks like we've now got the maps. Let's have a little look at how it's going to play out. Frequency, half point. Then payload, search and destroy. Seaside control, Arsenal half point, and Arsenal search and destroy.
It's exactly the same apart from the control. Exactly the same. Different order, but exactly the same maps. Apart from the control, which is no surprise. We did expect to see something else. We weren't going to see Arsenal. We weren't going to see frequency. We will see Seaside. We run it back. We go again. The same maps, the same teams. Second best out of 5. Winner takes it all.
At this point, I still give the control to the boys, whatever happens.
I think so. With the way that they played that first one, could just be a good map for them, though. They said they were comfortable on frequency. I've seen Team WaR on Seaside this weekend, and I've liked what I've seen from them, but I haven't seen anything from the boys on that map in particular, so I don't really know which way to send it. But here we go. Let's run it up again. Second best out of 5. 2 European teams. Exactly the same maps, minus the control. Which way is it going to go this time round?
Well, looks like the boys are going to open it up this time. Big wipe from them, and bearing in mind when you get to this first hard point, it's just a real hard to re-break, and once you do that that second push into it, then you start looking at rotations anyway, so it kind of becomes insane just to kind of give it up and give up those many points. You want to try and contest it for as long as possible. They're doing that by holding out a ring for a long, long time. Bant eventually takes it down. Not many bodies left here for WaR. And oh my goodness, gets shut down. Defrag managed to get a kill back into it, and Bant's going to have
Oh, he's just been cooked.
Easy. I was going to say easy. It wasn't easy. It was horrific.
That's a big kill from Josh as well, because he's in a position to rotate over towards P2. I think he's probably not going to be there for very long, though. 4 members of the boys pushing all the way around the back, but they are going to have to force their way in here. They're going to have to win the gunfights if they want the hill. Josh continues. 4-2-5 out streaks. Got somebody coming in around behind in orange, and Chain will stop that spree. The Team WaR limit the bleeding, so to speak. Dave will find 2 in men map, so it's going to be a force through the front door once again. The boys with a slight lead as we go over towards P2. It's a nice break so far for the boys on Team WaR. Chain will find 1. No, can't quite find a second. Defrag and Dave combining. It's going to be the spawns as well. And Team WaR have come screaming into this second best out of 5 already.
Quick is not having a good game. Actually hasn't got a kill yet onto this one. Where on the other side, Josh is now 8-2. Are they going to try and get one more push into this one? It looks like there's a bit of a fight going on. Nasty's going to get it. I do think they don't want to bleed this much, so they're going for it, just holding map control. They've got players in elevator. They've got players mid-map. Chain gets 2. They're not going to push this. They don't want to spawn it wrong, so they are going to be looking for this rotation.
120 off streaks for Dave, sorry. 105 now. If he can find this kill on the Chain, he just needs somebody to trade this one out. Just a bullet in. Now you're going to have to slide out and try and kill him. It's going to be up to this kill. This side out, 5 points away. Can he find a bullet? Not quite. Into Vance. Looking for one more kill. 5 points will do it for Dave. They are so influential on this map. Defrag has 2 streaks as well. Dave finds his first. This is a fantastic start for Team WaR. They break on through so easily and have streaks to play with as well throughout the rest of this game. Team WaR look to be coming in hotter in the second best out of 5. Dave is looking for just 1 bullet into the player. Finds his own player as well. Will get killed, but 2 streaks available for him. 2 streaks available for Defrag. The lead with Team WaR. as said, a fantastic start for them in map number 1 here.
It is. It looks like the boys may end up holding this for the rest of the time here, bringing it more or less equal as we go into pipes as Chain starts to open up. So does Shawnee. And the boys not ready to give this away yet. Problem being, so much air support ordnance on the side of Team WaR that they can afford to do this slowly. They can afford to wait. In comes the first one. Hellstorm now coming in. That will push them out.
Gonna bend it. Gonna try and bend it into pipes if he can find Chain. That would be big. Chain's on a 5 streak right now as well. So he can maybe answer back with some streaks of his own here. 300 off.
Again, I suspect we're going to see a second streak called in now. There we go, Defrag about to drop the hammer. Lightning strike now coming in. Unfortunately, his teammates are losing every single gunfight. Defrag still gets 2 though, and that's the opening they need. It looks like Chain's though going to bring out the Tempest. Sees Defrag down the scope. So many players coming in now. He needs to be careful. Does manage to get it. Is that going to be a Chain as well? He does. He gets him. Needs to get him again. So many players around here. Oh, not quite able to get that one. Does finally get the lightning strike locked in for it. But this is almost all tied up. Both teams now have streaks and only 10 points between them.
Team WaR just playing that a little bit too much for the streaks there for me. They were not necessarily playing for the streaks, but they were playing around them, but not working. When they call those in, you need to win your gunfights when players are being pushed into pipes. They did not do that, and that's exactly why they find themselves behind going into this second rotation. Streaks coming in from Chain here, trying to lock something down the back. A straight missile finds Vance as well. Finds nothing with that either. Josh finds 1 kill, Vortex finds another. It's a really good rotation over by Team WaR. They win the gunfights as well. Can they win another as well? Vortex finds 2. They lock down the hill. They lock down the spawns. And some questionable streak usage across the board here, Bryce.
Vortex needs to bait for Josh here. For this reason, does the grab slam, gets it out, he goes for the peak, shows it, says there's players how they go for it. Incoming War Machine coming in. Vortex still staying alive. 55 off his streaks, just gets some bullets in somebody. Eventually gets shut down before he can do anything about it. Both teams still piling bodies in. Dave tries to get it. He's going to get it at the same time. Eventually gets taken out by PD, and it's all about the rotation now.
20 seconds to go, and the scrap is still going to be fought over. You expect the boys to maybe clean them out of here, and they will do. They will get that final 13 seconds, and it's a foot race. Dave is all alone here at the back as well. The rest of the team need to get going. Vortex is up top window, so he can help in that respect, but Chain is going to call in the lightning. Dave's going to try and steal up Hellstorm. I tell you what, everybody's outside as well. Get in, boys. Nothing going to be able to be found, but Vortex catches them coming in. Now he finds a 3rd as well. The kills go back in the favor of the boys now. An all-even game here. The spawn's still with Team WaR. Dave with the Tempest out.
Here we go. It's lightning rod time. Just who's he going to line up? Out goes that. In goes his teammates. It's going to be a Purifier. He needs to hit it. He needs to hit it. He's not quite able to. And he keeps firing. He now gets burnt. Unfortunate. That Tempest does absolutely nothing. Shawnee lights him up. And the boys now have full control of this hard point and in the lead. Most of it has been burnt there. They've used an awful lot here, the boys. TAC 5 is popped. Shawnee's out now with his Purifier. It looks like they're thinking maybe rotation. Now he's going to look at his back again.
There's potential for streaks for quite a few members of the boys here. Shawnee is going to be 1 off, not going to quite get it. That's a big kill coming in from Vortex. They will get the final 10 seconds scrap. Nasty 2-3-5 off. Vance is going to be close as well. Nasty goes down. Vance at 270 really could do with these streaks. Is going to be 170 off now. Can't quite find a kill, but will put bullets in. Can anybody clean up that? Not quite. They will win this rotation, but the TAC 5 is now popped. Vance in a dangerous spot. Eventually finds the lightning strike. Those extra bullets going in. The extra health paying off. Vortex is firing that War Machine in, trying to find kills. Vance does have flak on, though. Looking for the Hellstorm as well. He's going to get it. The streaks now on Vance. 15 and 12. 7 streak for him.
Just staying alive, trying to get back into it here. Looking for another player coming down. He's going to have that massive stray fight going on. And eventually it will be Team WaR who take control. Defrag is still going to have that Purifier as well. Won't end up seeing on this one as he just beams that player out the elevator. And again, these two teams, there is no daylight between them on this hard point as they continue to just trade blows all over the map.
20 seconds to go here. Everybody's still fighting for this one. The boys are on the rotation. They've won it quicker. Trying to find some kills here. It is just going to be a congestion, you feel, although, is it? The boys get the scrap as well and start winning the gunfights. Josh is there to try and shut it down. So the rotation over towards P4 does just about belong to the boys, but here comes Quicker to help back up. Wow. Grab slam available for him as well.
Vance pulling in his Hellstorm. Doesn't actually know where they are. Trying to thread it through. Not quite able to get anything done here, but we now know more streaks are coming in. Dave has them as well. Uh-oh. Going high, going for it. Only gets one this time around. It's just going to be Vortex that gets caught. And there we go, there's another high play coming in. Not going to be able to get it, and it will be Team WaR who start winning these trades going forward. That's a big fight here. If Josh can take down quicker and push out both sides, eventually Chain does get him. And incoming lightning strike from Bance ends up killing his teammate again. There's been so much team killing on the side of the boys.
That's 2 big kills from Vortex mid-map as well. They shut down any sort of pinch there, win the gunfights inside the hill. We'll go over towards the 3rd rotation. And that scrap time's going all the way over to Team WaR. No specialist available. I tell you what though, Defrag does have his Purifier. Expect him to bring it out here. Vortex is going to get cut down. Shawnee and Shane combining together, finding a few kills on this rotation. They will have control of P1. Keeping an eye on Defrag though. We expect the Purifier to come in. That, oh, how weak did he get Bance there? The soak from that angle. PD pushes in. No help for him though. Will go down momentarily. They're waiting on Defrag, getting himself into a position. He is going to get taken down by Bance. The spawns do belong to Team WaR, but the boys are just about winning these trades in mid-map here on P1.
It's literally just trade after trade. It's insane how much is actually going on. Quicker just free-firing there. Knows the player's now coming to the outside ring. Has to take that second challenge. More reinforcements flooding in for both sides. They know scrap time could be very, very important. And now it looks like the boys are trying to make a move out. They know that rotation is going to be very, very important. But while they're going to get this scrap time, they don't have a single toehold going forward. Now they keep flooding forward. They're going to end up losing a lot of lives going into it. And they may end up feeding streaks or feeding specialists if they keep doing that same play.
Yeah, Vortex is just trying to lower the amount of points that they're going to get. Josh finds 2 as well. And that final 10 or 13 seconds of scrap that the boys were pretty much guaranteed disappears. They have spawned at the back though, I tell you what. That's an oversight. You pushed far too far out. Suddenly you've lost the spawns. Thankfully for you, it's only actually Quicker left alive who will eventually go down, but the battle is won by the boys. They win the spawns, they win the rotation. And Team WaR maybe just a little bit too aggressive there for that scrap time.
It's war chest time. We have Purifiers, Grav Slams on the side of Team WaR, and we have War Machines and Tempest on the side of the boys. Josh waiting for this one, looking for it. He needs to get in the right position. He is going to go down anyway. Does go down. Petey trying to get around the back. They've managed to get the spawns back here, Team WaR. They have pushed it out.
They need somebody top window to be cutting off this midpoint. Vortex is pushing forward and expecting them through lift. Does have support as well. 16 seconds to go. It's a foot race across the map. Vortex is not going to quite find that one. Flak jacket on, challenging for the kill though. He's still going as well. Bance has to back off.
War Machine did nothing other. It would have been more effective with a normal gun. But now, Dave going to be in here. They're going to know he's here any second now. Goes for the window challenge. Takes down Nasty. Big play from Team WaR. They now have control.
Pinch from you. They need to make sure they deal with Quicker here. Purifiers out from Defrag. Keeping them away, putting the fire down. It's a very close game. Quicker eventually does get up in the hill. Defrag kills Shawnee, but they need to get rid of Quicker. He was lingering in and around you, and that's creating the doubt. That's creating the doubt. They know they're going to get pinched at some point. Bance pushes in from elbow. That's a good, clean break from the boys. Josh and Vortex do answer back, though.
Josh is going to have this grab slam. Oh, he gets 2 with it as well. They lock it down. Quicker comes in, though. Both teams still fighting for this one. Last push here from the boys. Last time. Josh looking for some streaks. Can he manage to make it? Jumps up and down. Quicker will shut him down. It's a big push from the boys. And they're going to get 15, 14 seconds on this. We are going to end this on pipes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out how it goes down. And you can see, I believe there's a Tempest in play somewhere. Vortex is also going to have his War Machine. So it's Chain's Tempest versus Vortex's War Machine. Out it comes. How effective.
Much doable. Vortex is going to call in his War Machine. Finds 1. Shawnee finds 2 with his gun. PD finds another as well, but here comes the Tempest from Chain. He's lighting everybody up. Dave just about gets him. The kills coming in for Nasty are not good enough. Josh finds 1. It's Team WaR in control. The War Machine. Gone from Vortex. Find the 1 with that, but he's still alive and kicking. Bance going down. 3 points for the boys is all they need, but Team WaR can just about win it here, Brycey.
It's going to have to be a big stack. This is one last chance for Team WaR. They've got to stack. They've got to stack good. Quicker's going to go high. Here comes the push. In they go. Going to go for it. Quicker gets nothing. The nades all flooding around. Trey's now coming in. He's going for the contest, but no! It's a Tempest out from Dave. It gets a few of the players, and it looks like Team WaR are going to hold. I don't know if there's going to be enough players here to get for it. Chain's going to get that first kill. It's 8 seconds. They have to sprint, slide, and jump into the hard point, or it's going to be Team WaR. They're looking for it, and it's Team WaR all over again. And they managed to hold off the boys and take map number 1 here at CWL Miami.
What a map number 1 out of Team WaR. They come screaming back into it. That is a big statement in the second best out of 5. And what a series this has been so far. What a hold down at P4 by them.
And there was just very little wiggle room left for them. The boys only had a few points to get, and this Tempest, he hit, but he couldn't get the kills with it, unfortunately. Look at that, eventually takes down Dave, comes around here, gets PD as well, but because of that tack, both of those players got up so fast, they just couldn't get it. And then the trades are out. They just couldn't get the bodies in.
They just won that extra gunfight, each round of kills, if you like, Team WaR. And then the final wipe came through. Still got 20 seconds to get here. It's a really good hold. The boys only managed to get 4 points in every single second that was left. They contested here. Quicker did as much as he could. But look at the kills coming in. It was when Dave dropped the Tempest.
It wasn't even that cluster grenade. Quicker went in, went over the cluster grenade. The rest of his team couldn't actually back him up at that point. Not allowing the trades to go in. I didn't realize how influential that cluster actually was. The rest of his team had to stop. Quicker had already gone in. He was flying through the air with the greatest of ease. And then all of a sudden, it was no good.
70 EKIA in between Josh and Vortex in that game. The SMG is very much waking up in that one. What a map, number 1 out of these two. Just give me 4 more of them. Just give me 4 more. What a game this has been.
Yeah, I mean, if we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times. We expect this game to be close. Maybe not that close, but close nonetheless.
Well, we're playing the same maps. Last time round, Team WaR won that one. And they do it again. A lot closer this time round, albeit. But what a map number 1 between these two. And as I said, it's the same maps again, but control is different. It's a 3rd different control map we've seen play it between these two teams all weekend long. This time we're going to see Seaside when we do get over to map number 3, but we're going to go back to Payload. Last time round, Team WaR won this one.
They certainly did, but I don't know. For me, this could go either way. We have seen these teams do it. I mean, admittedly, Team WaR have won both the searches so far, and they seem to be on a little bit of a roll. That's the real difference, because they have won the last 3 maps. They've won both searches. You've got to be feeling pretty good for yourself. So, I don't know, Team WaR look like they've just found that extra little bit of life to just bring themselves to that next level, and the boys have to find a way to regain. Is it going to be here on this search?
It has to be. It really has to be. I think if Team WaR go 2 up here, the boys are going to have to reach out to every single bit of experience that they do have. As said, we did see Payload go over towards Team WaR. It was a 6-4 victory. It was a close game. If they can win this S&D, I think they might have done it.
We will see. Now, back into this one again. Last time around, Team WaR very much did dictate a good amount of the pace. So,
it was the SMGs in and around the mid-map as well. Shawnee had a really good game on the side of the boys, but it wasn't quite enough. That was the problem. It was the SMGs up close and personal in and around mid-map that seemed to just about work out for Team WaR. Also, what I like to see as well, there was a lot of playing on islands from Dave and Josh. They were away from their teams, just trying to do something on the flank. They did that very, very well. I'm interested to see if the boys can adapt to that as we do go into this map once again. We will get this one loaded up in just a second. But the momentum very much behind Team WaR now.
Josh looks really tired. I was expecting to see maybe kind of a few smiles as we went across there. Josh just looks tired. I imagine a bit of an early start, late night from him. Trying to adjust, obviously, to the American time. But, you know what, it's working for him so far. He's been playing really well, actually, Josh has.
Yesterday in their series in the winners bracket final, he had a terrible game. He had a really bad game. So, is that the difference? Him stepping it up. Team WaR seem to be on the same wavelength here and are producing a much better performance against the boys this time round. And it's showing in the scoreline, winning the first best out of 5, 3-2. Going into the second one, they have a 1-0 lead. We're going on to Payload. They won it last time round. Can they do it again and get a 2-0 lead? It'll put them in the driving seat.
Well, they're getting psyched up for this one. That fist bump a little bit too hard there for Dave, maybe?
Who's he sit next to? I couldn't even see. If it's Josh, then I'm not surprised. Absolute mountain of a fella. No, it's PD.
I'll tell you what, PD is definitely a fan favourite. I got messages before we came live saying they believe, you know, return of form for PD, one of the greatest players. We'll see. PD's not been around for a little while. His stock did drop for a good period of time. But you know what? This could be the comeback season, as I have been told.
It's money season, Bryce. It's the end of the year. What everyone's here to play for. And we're into the S&D. Defrag will find a kill on Chain early on. Josh finds one on the bands. Team WaR continue where they left off. Quicker can't quite find his second. It's a fast start, but Team WaR now in a 4 versus 2.
Shawnee trying to equal it back up a little bit, and he has been able to do that on most of the S&Ds we've seen, using that ICR to devastating effect. But they are outnumbered, but are they outgunned? Nasty and Shawnee looking to see if they can't get a little bit of team shooting in. Try to take down these players very, very quickly. They don't have the bomb either. And Nasty brings it back to a 2 versus 3.
All right, this becomes achievable now. The bomb's not in the best of spots, though. Team WaR are nicely set up. 30 seconds to go, but they need to find the next pick.
He's going to try this.
The next kill's so important.
Shawnee's going to be in trouble. 1v2. Doesn't really have time. They can just play the clock against him here, and I suspect that is what is about to happen. Nasty tries to get out of there. Not going to work for him. He goes down. Team WaR take that first round.
Yep, really nice round from them. They get the first picks and just play around it. A little bit scary when Nasty finds that snipe. Team WaR always in control of that round after these first 2 early kills. Good play out of Josh. He's having a great series here. Not necessarily the best shots on the quicker there, but does eventually finish the kill. A veteran of the EU scene. Has done it time and time again at the highest level. Not necessarily recently, but a player that everyone respects, a player that everyone knows can bring a high level. Not necessarily as consistent as he used to be, but when he brings it, he's up there with some of the best in Europe.
And now we're seeing a big push coming in. Team WaR taking over that B site, and they've given it up here. Banter's had the back right off.
Down.
Problem being the retake here is so difficult.
Look at him again. Look at Josh, number 8 again.
Sneaky, sneaky Josh.
Expecting the flank to come around, but I tell you what, the boys are just going fast and furious here. They're not even going to allow him to play that. Right now, he's doing nothing. This island tactic works if they push your direction. Right now, they're not, so he's going to make it his way over. But the boys got there, but they faltered when they got up to the bomb site. Now they make their move, 24 seconds.
Honestly, I hate a front retake, and they're trying to make it work, but it is so difficult. Defrag just starts picking them off, and 3 members end up falling down. It's now 1 versus 5. Peter takes down Shawnee, and Bance goes off the map. I really dislike a frontal retake on that bomb site. I absolutely hate it. I believe you have to flank.
For all that, Josh is not really doing a lot when he's there. He's gathering information. He knows they're not coming around behind. Everyone has to hit the front door. And Team WaR are well prepared for it this time round. PD finds a couple, Defrag finds 2 more himself as well. It's an easy round in the end for Team WaR. And you really do feel like the wave of momentum is well and truly behind them right now.
The other issue is, like, to try and make that work, you need enough utility. You need to get some nades going out, some concussions, trying to, you know, make sure they don't peek and just put you like fish in a barrel, which is exactly what happened. And now we see Team WaR playing a little bit aggressive, have taken over the site before the boys can get in there. Vortex somehow stays alive.
He's in trouble here. He's actually managed to get away there, hunting for Shawnee towards the back here. Doesn't really want to have to take this dunk. Oh God, PD, you ran into them all. You've got the perfect timing. Finds 2, and that is that push completely nullified in 2 seconds. Team WaR in a 5v3 now.
PD, the avenging angel, jumping from on high. And the boys suddenly very much on the back foot. Don't really have control, don't really know what they should be doing here. They're in a bit of a tight spot. They go for the plant, they'll be bottlenecked. They don't go for the plant, obviously they lose the map. So, Shawnee though, does it again. That ICR appears and he's trying to take down Bance. Shawnee has an absolute laser. Bance is trying to just get away with it. Eventually goes down. Dave takes him, but it is a 2 versus 3. Now very possible. Trophy going out. Is he going to try and pick this? He's got to be very, very careful. Sees Dave.
They need to get rid of them. They need to push them out here. Nasty and Shawnee pairing up together. Josh finds Nasty though, 1v3 for Shawnee. It needs to be the ace to win the round. Staying alive though, 25 seconds to go.
Needs to heal. 1 more second, waiting for it to come back in. It's going to be a challenge. Shawnee, will he get the ace? Now in a 1 versus 1. Big clutch coming in from him. One last fight. It's going to be Dave versus Shawnee, and Dave is not going to do it. Dumps off the map, and Shawnee goes clutch.
There are levels to this game, and that is the highest from Shawnee. 4 kills, essentially the ace, essentially a 1 versus 3.
Unbelievable. I said retaking this when this bomb is down is so difficult.
He just read them so well. That is a gift from Team WaR, but I'll tell you what, if you're the boys, you're looking at Sean now and you're saying thank you very much. That was a 3-0 deficit they would have been fighting from. He could not have played that better.
Wow. There we go. Maybe a little bit alive. Shawnee's certainly feeling it. You can see there's a big push going on. It's going back to the B bomb site, and Quicker going down tunnels. Actually, Nasty's going to call this out any second now, saying we've got multiple people pushing on to B.
PD might have a sniper here, and he might be priming that, actually. Nasty has to be very careful. He does. They're going to make the push. The boys are ready for it, though. The first gunfight goes in their favor. 2 kills apiece. 3v3. PD pushing up. Very, very weak. Dave finds a kill on the Nasty, though. Quicker is there. 2v2. Quicker finds another in the middle. And it's down to Dave in a 1v2. See Shawnee up top. He's not going to be able to find anything. Quicker finds loads of kills in the middle of the map. That's 2 big, big rounds from the boys. And you may just feel that little bit of momentum was that behind Team WaR. It may have just switched sides.
Quicker
2
here.
big rounds.
Just somehow makes these kills appear. Gets that one, gets a shot punch. Knows more players are going to challenge. His teammates already called this one out as well. Just decides to take it on. It's 2 versus 1. He goes, yeah, I'm taking it on. I'm taking this gunfight. I'm feeling the Sorg as he keeps on pushing forwards. Well, all tied up now. What looked like it could have been all about Team WaR ends up being a tied game.
Team WaR could be 4 up here. They could be 4-0 up. The boys have really dug deep. 4-2-5 for Quicker off. Found a few kills in that round. I do believe Shawnee, I don't know if he went down. I think he did in that last round. No, he didn't. 4-2-5 off himself. So there you go. 5v5. Back into it we go. Round number 5. It just feels like that spark that Team WaR has somewhat disappeared after that round from Shawnee. It will be very disheartening to see that happen, but the bomb is now going down today. 5v5 retake. Team WaR have to go again.
Yeah, it's going to be the cluster coming in. That's going to slow them down. That completely negates that push from them for a little while. Quicker needs to get the shot punch. Oh my goodness, why to put his gun away? That's unfortunate, but they line up for Bants and he just takes them down. Big collateral from him. Shawnee, of course, with the ICR opens up another one. Josh goes down at the same time. It's now, and Shawnee gets 2. The boys just execute Team WaR.
The pieces of the puzzle are suddenly fitting together for the boys now. Bant's holding this down. It was crucial. I think if he goes down, it's maybe a different round, but he finds 2. It's a difficult gunfight for Defrag and Vortex there. Made it very easy for Bants to find those kills. He's had a topsy-turvy 2 years as Bants and really is looking for a resurgence in this team. We've seen a bit more of the old Bants in this squad. Can he continue to bring it here? 3-2 lead for the boys.
Yeah, an interesting note actually, just by being in this grand final, Bants has actually out-earned units.
Don't tell Reese Price that.
Hey, he's pretty a big Bants fan. He's pretty watching, cheering him on, so all the better for him. But Shawnee again, now in a difficult situation, just got lightning in a bottle, that man. It's now Nasty versus Dave.
He's been so good with that ICR, Shawnee. That was a 2v4. Nasty is just about going to give his position away to Dave there. So what is the play? 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time for both players to make a decision of what they want to do. Dave may get the time in here. Will Nasty hang around?
Now, bearing in mind at this point, neither player has seen each other so long, they're now lacking information. They are not sure what the other player is doing at all. And Dave, looks like he's trying to figure it out himself. He doesn't know whether or not it's safe. He has no idea where Nasty could be, and Nasty also has no idea either.
Time's running out, Dave. He's going to go for it. Is Nasty going to check it instantly? Is he going to see him? It doesn't matter. That's going to be another round over to the boys. The bomb does go down, but it will be easily defused. And that's been a few very close rounds, just about swinging over towards the right-hand side of the stage.
Problem for Dave was, like, once that first engagement went away, he had no idea. He basically had to make a choice, and he was lacking the information to make an informed choice. He just couldn't figure out where he was. And it was very much Call of Duty timing. There's not an awful lot he could have done.
It's one of those, do you go for the stick on a bomb plant and just hope for the best? It's one of those, you gather information, but the more that you run around and don't see anything, the time running down. It's a hard situation to be in, but really it was only created due to Shawnee winning these gunfights. Finds a weak one up top, spins around, doesn't find anything there, but that's the gunfight that he won that really did turn the round on its head. PD going down there. If Shawnee had not found that kill and PT kills him, it's a completely different situation. Finds himself 2 streaks for it. We'll point out, streaks on this map, not necessarily the most influential, but that lightning strike will be used as an informational tool, if anything.
Now, on the attack, the boys, 4-2 up here. And some great rounds, bearing in mind they were 2-0 down at one point. But just been winning back-to-back, making a move now, getting control of the site. It's going to be a retake for Team 1. It looks like it might be a big stack of title. Nasti's going to come up against it. He sees so many players coming down. They're going to answer it back, though. Quicker plants, it goes instantly for the snap, trying to get it. Chain gets a kill as well. And they've been bottlenecked here. Bonix coming onto the flank. He goes down. And now Team 1, it's a 2 versus 3 for them. But they don't have control, and they're not sure if they can lock this. Going to be challenged.
Tell you what.
Oh my goodness,
Have
this
they
could
checked
be...
it? They need to check it now! He just about gets him defrag in a 1v2. Milliseconds away.
Shawnee had to absolutely beam his leg there to take him down.
Shawnee has been a monster in this search and destroy.
It's a good thing he's not missing.
It's been a big reason as to why the boys find themselves up in this situation now. Mostly down to Sean. Team WaR, if they look back at this map afterwards, they'll realize they had a very good chance to be in a solid lead here, but yet they find themselves 3 rounds behind. 5-2 now. Shawnee still with streaks. He did ping that lightning strike though.
And now, Team WaR have an attack, and they must be wondering how on earth this all went so wrong so fast. It all started with a bit of a clutch, and now just a point away, and Shawnee's calling in the Hellstorm. See, not going to see an awful lot. Trying. And there you go, got a good eye on the bomb site. Doesn't see anybody there.
Slows them down if anything though. 1 minute to go.
He might drop this lightning as well, just drop it straight onto it. Now see, the fight coming in, and he is going to lose that. Vortex gets the first blood. Bomb now going down, A control for Team WaR. And here comes the push. The boys do not have the numbers for this. Shawnee's going lone gunman, trying to figure out if he can just get a pre-aim.
He's being watched. The rest of his team playing together here. Josh needs to come up big here. He didn't see that second player push through. PDA is going to find Sean though. 5v3 now. We should be around over towards Team WaR as they find the other kills as well. Bance jumps off the map, around on the board. 5-3 now.
It ain't over till it's over. Team WaR know that, but they've got to play it very cautiously. And it's a little bit of a relief for them after, you know, losing 5 straight rounds. That's what we're dealing with here. 5 straight rounds for the boys, right up until that point.
Is that the bounce back that Team WaR need?
We'll see. It all depends on how the boys end up playing this. It wouldn't shock me to see them go super aggressive and just try to shock and awe Team WaR. Maybe go straight in for A, get complete control, get the bomb down, try to get this one over with, play around with it. They've got a lightning strike. If Shawnee stays alive, they can get that through the roof if he positions it right.
Does look like an air push. Josh and Com are somewhat ready for it. The lightning strike's going to come in though. That's going to force them away, and he goes towards the boxes. Smart play from Shawnee. Josh trying to get back into position, can't land a bullet, just about gets away. This grenade could be big though. Over towards Bance, he catches him out. 5v3. Nasty, he's watching mid. Can he find the second as well? Deep frag gives them a slight amount of hope, but that might have just disappeared with Josh going down. A 1v4 for Deep frag. That's going to be map number 2. Over towards the boys, 1 apiece now, and the second best out of 5.
Oh, it's going all the way, Ton.
We keep trading blows.
All the way. 1-1 now between these two teams, and even after watching all weekend and knowing these players as well as I do, throughout their careers, I still can't tell you who's going to win. Well, we'll find out. It is going to go into the control once again between them. Last time around, the boys completely devastated Team WaR. But can Team WaR get revenge? We'll find out right after this break.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the CWL.
Champ Game Fuel. Level up the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Miami. We are live here on the main stage with our second best of 5. It's Team WaR versus the Boys. And we're all tied up again going into the control. My name is Bryce, joining me here, Chris Tun. Tun, explain to me what you think is going to happen.
I don't know. I have no idea at this point, in all honesty. I mean, they're just traded backwards and forwards. They're playing the same maps they've all played all weekend. Both teams are on different maps each time they played each other, so you know what? I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. At this point, it comes down to the control, though. I think this is the map where we have seen differential. First time around, these teams played each other. It was on Arsenal. That time around, Team WaR took a 3-0. And then we played Frequency in the first best out of 5, and the Boys beat Team WaR up across the map on Frequency. No surprise to see neither one of those maps in map number 3. We are now going to Seaside. The only team I have seen play this map all weekend long out of these two is Team WaR. I've seen it a couple of times. I've seen a couple of really good games. I've seen a couple of tight games from them. But they've won it every single time I've watched them. So Brycey, honestly, to answer your question, I do not know what's going to happen.
Expert analysis, as always there, Tun.
I'm honest.
I think, being perfectly honest, after seeing how dominant the last control was, and how Bans talked about the vetoes for, you know, their controls coming into it, I kind of have to favour the Boys, right? You don't have that kind of talk, and he was right. He said, we are very happy with the last control veto, and they completely smashed them. This time around, it's probably going to be the same thing, because, let's face it, how can they do worse if they get a different map?
Well, let's find out. Team WaR with a better start than they got last time around. They've actually managed to get a couple of kills, and will get control over towards B. See what they can get going though. Bans and Shawnee finding 2 kills in the mid-map. This is a really big push for Team WaR here. If they can find B this quick, it'll be a very good start. Bans finds another kill. Can they find one towards stairs? 38 health and will get out. 1 tick already towards B though. The kills do come in for the Boys and will just about hold on to this B site.
Well, Bans just going to wait here. Players coming in. He needs reinforcements for him. He's going to end up going down.
These are big kills. These are big kills because look at the rest of Team WaR. They're pushing around towards A. If they could have found a couple more gunfights there, they would have been in a really good spot. Now Bans, away on the rest of his team, wrapping back around the map. Oh god, that's not good. He's been stuck by Vortex and will have to get away quicker now, making the push in. Vortex finds a second. Josh and Vortex combining well over towards A. They've already got a tick. They're over a B as well. This is a big gunfight. Josh needs to win this one if he can. Chain just disrupting as best as he can. I tell you what, this is a fantastic push by WaR.
They've got this.
He's gone.
Got this been contested now, coming in and trying to get this one down. Defrag, trying to get it. Nasty gets 2 and their Bans gets a 3rd. They pull A away from Team WaR by the tiniest of margins. And now they have a great opportunity to go get B. Going to stack this fully. If you get enough bodies in here quickly, it's going to go very, very fast. And that gives them a massive advantage moving forward.
Team WaR will be happy with that. Yes, okay, they were very close to getting it. That's the disappointment. However, 2 ticks over at A. Takes 1 decent wipe. It's all yours. They will get B. The Boys have pretty much given that one up. It's a push in here from Josh. Can't quite find Shawnee. He has just been the difference for the Boys in the maps that they've won. Vortex makes the push in. Doesn't expect the second corner from Shawnee though. PD now playing in the spawn, waiting on the rest of his team. He's going to spot Sean. Easy enough kill. Finds this second as well. That's going to open things up. Can't quite find quicker. B is now captured.
Sneaky PD there, and this is a great advantage for Team WaR. 1 tick onto A. They can get a single wipe and stack it. They're going to be in a great position. Vortex about to make a move, looking for him. He's going to win that first gunfight. There's going to be players around him as well. And now they come flying in. Here comes the contest. Trying to get it. They've got this first one down. Can they get enough bodies in here to get it fast? Because you know it's going to be an easier reinforcement for the Boys. They have to go. They have to go now. There's so little left for it. P tries to get another kill. Contest coming in. It looks like they've just got the bodies in here, Team WaR, to stop this.
The Boys have to play this perfect though. It's 5v, 4v9 now. Kills coming in for Chain though. 4v8.
Now, Josh, big kill from him, reducing the Boys even more if he can make it, and they've got the advantage here. There's no more respawns. It's now a 5 versus 4.
Josh is going to get caught there up top, I think. He's managed to get away.
It's tense. Give the Boys, you don't want to give away a single kill here. You know how good it is.
PD and Co running all the way behind. Shawnee goes down, as does Chain. Well, this time round, Team WaR are at least going to get around on the board in the control. 1-0 up now. Very well played. I love how they played that. We often see this split on C side. And we can tell it may well be a very, very different map from what we've seen in the first best out of 5 in the control.
That first pivot, as soon as they pivoted away, it was kind of exactly what they needed. That A control hold. Not only did they get 2 ticks straight on it, but they got such a big difference in their lives coming out of it that the boys were basically on the back foot for the rest of it. Because they also, if you notice, they didn't even go back to challenge B. They were so worried about the A being taken again fast, they completely let it go.
Yeah, and they had to move away from that there because they get a hold of it. They get so much progress there. And then in the end, I said, yeah, you have to leave B completely because A is so close to being captured. The lives are down. They're in a bad spot. A little bit of a glitch there. Vortex definitely does have a kill and a death. Don't you worry. Josh now setting up in the middle. It's a full mid push from the boys and then a transition over to B. Defrag. Get that grenade out of your hand, my friend. It's being pushed. He's not going to find any kills with a pity around the back, though. There to disrupt. Is he going to be able to stay alive? Not quite. Shawnee and Code do clean him out. It's an easy B push here. Vortex is there, though. Is he considering a push, or are they pretty much giving this one up? It looks like they might give it up here.
I don't know. There may be a bit of a stack coming in. They have got the bodies now trying to get these gunfights. Nasty and Chain, though, do manage to hold them off. Only one player really left who can do anything about it, and it's going to be PD. And PD will wisely back off and give up B here. No need to throw any more lives around. Quicker, I think he's called this. Oh, unfortunately, that's just going to be timing here. That player's going to now come behind him.
Yeah, they'll know Defrag's behind him because he just spawned next to Quicker, so they know he's pushed up the spawn. T-Mode trying to get some kills here, trying to slay out. They find 3, they find 4. Vortex with 3 in a row here, continuing as well. Defrag finds another. 450 off streaks now. A slight kill lead towards Team WaR is now dissipated. It's now the boys 1 up, 20-19.
However, this is the difficult one.
They gotta clear them out.
Church, yeah. Getting into church and holding church is not easy.
And the thing is here for Team WaR, even though they're spread out across the map, they've got that constant thorn that's in and around behind. The boys can't make a coordinated push because there's always somebody in the side, always someone around behind. The only benefit they have is a 2-kill lead, but a minute and 15 to go. Team WaR slowed the push down. And now it comes to a 5v5 gunfight. Who can hold this stack? I'll tell you what, this grenade would have been great. It's going to slow the push down. They know they're up there. I tell you what, the War Machine's out. That's even better. Oh, Defrag, it's a horrible grenade. It's horrible. He shuts down Vortex, who did find 2.
Yeah, that's about as bad a nade as you can get, shutting down your own War Machine player.
And none of them had black on either. That could have been really bad for the boys. Thank you very much, Defrag.
Now, again, we'll say one thing here. The boys really haven't made much kind of pressure going up the map. They've just been kind of trading out in the middle here. Vortex somehow stay alive. Eventually goes down. Dave managed to get it back, but Nasty's alive here as well. Josh taking control of that upstairs. We're going through, and Nasty tries to dazzle him with the athleticism there, jumping through the door, not actually shooting his weapon.
Vortex is threatening to take over here, Brycey.
22 seconds left to go. This cluster grenade is going to be massive. Oh my goodness, he's just going to shut down all of this pressure. 16 seconds left to go. The boys have one last push to make. It's 7-7. Chain's brought out the Tempest. He's going to get 1. Is he going to be able to do anything else with this? You see several players in front of him. He does get out. He's trying to. He's got reinforcements. How on earth did Josh get away with that? Quicker gets 2, gets out of it as well. But now the boys are 4 versus 4, 4 versus 3, and they just can't get in time. The time limit runs out. Unbelievable. The boys were so close to doing it, but just not. Unreal.
I mean, I'm so disappointed that that isn't the Vortex best player coming out of that. Their Chain is going to get it, but wow, what was he doing in and around B? Found 3, had no right to even find 2. I think this was it, actually. We're going to see the Chain best player, but on the other side of things, because he eventually shuts him down, and very nearly does it. Around towards Team WaR either way.
Boys are going to be very upset with that one. That cluster grenade from Vortex shut them down. They weren't able to get the side pinch in. They brought out the Tempest. Somehow that Tempest stayed alive. Quicker got a few kills, and I thought at that point, maybe they can do something here. Not going to work. Team WaR looking ready to go straight and be aggressive. TAC 5 popped. Extra health. Josh has to get away from that nade as well. Nasty's going to go down to Vortex eventually. Somehow takes him down, but Quicker gets a kill at the same time. PD actually, though, gets it back for himself.
Air push again.
Yeah. Oh, heavily stunned. They don't really have the numbers they had last time around.
But 2 in there. Dave is just helping in and around mid-map, holding that down. They do want to make a B push there. It is actually only Shawnee left over there, so they want to try and get rid of him. But but they're pushing it very, very well. The kill's going in their favor. That's 4 men down, that's 5. And Shawnee finds 2. He's constantly there. He's going to find a 3rd as well. He shuts down the push all on his own. You got Shawnee to thank once again here, the boys. He has been outstanding for them.
Oh! That sounded a little bit guttural. Let's see now as they continue pushing around. And neither side really has an advantage at this point in the game. Very few lives between them. Only 1 tick onto A. Team WaR now trying to find a little bit going on.
PD does actually have a streak as well then. Double nade coming in from Nasty to shut down the push.
And now it all goes a little bit quiet. Team WaR looking for their next push. It's going to be a push right over the top. Does manage to get it. PD gets that first kill as well. Josh does have a grab slam. I don't even think he needs to use it here though, but it will be good at holding off a retake. Does eventually go down. The boys not really allowing them to get the amount of numbers they would like here as he gets contested once again. Dave trying to go forward. Quicker ends up shutting him down. It does get traded out again here. It's trades all over this side. Neither team willing to give anything away at all. You just cannot see anything between these two teams.
Shawnee again. Just winning those gunfights that matter every single time. These two teams barely split here. Zone B is going to be contested once again. Vortex keeping Nasty off the point. Grab slam available for Josh. I don't think the boys are going to have another go at this one. They will allow B to be captured. PD with a lightning strike. That could make the difference in this game. The boys will turtle up. It is 11 v 11. A minute and 27 seconds to go.
Now, if Team WaR can push them out back church just one time, Peter will call in that lightning strike. And that could be the map. It could very much be the map. Trophy's in there as well though. PD beams Shawnee straight out of it. Big kills going on at the front though, and that's not enough players now for Team WaR for that push. They're going to have to restack and try again.
Oh, the War Machine's coming out as well. So investing a lot, the boys, for this round. They need to 2-0 down. This is still achievable for Team WaR though. One decent push and it suddenly turns on its head. Probably going to allow that War Machine just to tick down. There's no point even trying to challenge it at this point.
Mance is going to come straight in and fire it straight through that door. Probably empty all of his shots. Okay, anything yet? Josh has got it. Josh may go high. Josh may go high. He's got a grab slam if he wants to use it. Oh, just gets taken down, and now Team WaR don't really have the bodies left. They're going to save it. They'll no longer be used here.
4v9. It would take a monumental effort to do this. Defrag will get taken down. Just maybe want to try and slow the boys down here. 2 streaks for Shawnee and Quicker, who will be close to their streaks, close to their specialists as well. They should be around for the boys. It would take something of a miracle to get it for Team WaR, but the boys will get around on the board.
Significant investment of the War Machine for the boys though.
Yeah.
Could be the difference, and I do like the fact that they end up saving it, the Team WaR, just holding on to their specialists for a little while. That was a big nade from Nasty, actually. Yeah. Dropped 2 out of the front. But it's insane how close the two teams are. When we spoke about B, trades were going on so fast to viewers from either side. I saw like a 2Bs and then another trade. I was like, oh, and then somehow that trade comes in. It's all back to even, constantly.
For me, that made the difference in that round was Shawnee. When he was holding up a B on his own, he got 1 kill, then moved over, killed 2 of them inside a church, which completely shut down what looked like a really good A push. That's actually a vision pull straight off the rip there in that round. Shawnee calling this one in, so they know exactly where everybody is. Team WaR going to have to back up. They know exactly where they are. They have TAC 5, extra 50 health. They know where you are. This is not quite a fair gunfight here. But Josh, though, has the tools to maybe break this one. PD's going to call the lightning strike in. This is probably going to go towards the outside. Finds one. The kill's coming. Oh, he's found 2 of his teammates, though. Disaster for Team WaR. They're still trying to get out of here, but PD goes down. B is gone. Shawnee is going to get his lightning strike. This game has turned around very, very quickly. He's going to call it in. I think it's going to be in towards Dave, towards the back. They're just going to ping it, though. Pushing forward now. Still a lot to do for the boys here, but they're in a good position.
Here we go. Shawnee.
Vortex with the War Machine.
Is he calling it? No, he isn't. He just pinged it. Oh, Vortex does manage to get another kill with it as well, bringing it back to 25 apiece.
Slowed it right down there. They played that really, really well. All the momentum was with the boys, but Team WaR have really forced them back here. They've actually got a lot of real estate and are finding a lot of kills on the map here as well. Eventually, it's always Shawnee that is finding these important kills for the boys. Josh here is going to lose that gunfight to Nasty. Chain finds Vortex as well. The kills now swinging towards the boys. It's backwards and forwards. They're trading blow for blow throughout the series, throughout the map.
I honestly can't even separate these two teams. Every time one gets killed, it goes straight back the other way. Finally, Team WaR clean house. It's only going to be Shawnee left alone up top. He's going to have to be careful. See Vortex come down. Two players, not able to get either of them. Just not enough bullets into them. Now Pete's going to get another kill, surely, and it has, and it's now slowly but surely slipping towards Team WaR. Doesn't mean it can't go the other way. They do have a Tempest available, a Gravslam available, a Recon available.
They have to use them well, though. The Lightning Strike's going to call in. I don't know if it'll find much. Josh has been spotted in and around B as well. If he can get this kill, it would be massive. Dave's actually popped a Tempest, though, and finds 2. That might just slow them down enough. Shawnee goes down. Can he find the slap onto Bance? The hipfire is there. Is this Vegas? Fantastic play out of David. Shuts the push down. 27 seconds remaining.
Now they're really in a position. We may see a grab slam coming from Josh. Not quite able to get it. It doesn't matter. Dave still working this Tempest over and over again. 18 seconds left to go. Incoming streaks for them at the same time. And the boys have got their backs against the wall. Surely they can't do anything. Probably going to call in the Hellstorm as well. Just for the final nail in the coffin. Oh no, raining from it. Quicker gets 2. And it's now a 5 versus 11. It's contested here. Quicker not able to do it. Just doesn't have the support in that church at the moment to get anything done for. And as it continues to tick down, it's now a 2 versus 9. It looks like Team WaR are walking away with this one, going up 2-1 in this series.
Oh, the SMGs of Team WaR. That wasn't Seaside. That was Steeside. Vortex going off inside the hills at times. Fantastic SMG work from him, and then Dave following up with the Tempest as well towards the end. He's going to get the best play, and rightfully so.
It was all about the Tempest, right? When you have that sort of weapon and they can no longer push, they weren't able to take him down. That kill on Bance, if he hadn't hit Bance with the hip fire, Bance would have killed him. It would have been more free for them now to get into church. And you saw, you know, the boys had to hesitate because they're like, well, we can't push through a Tempest because if it gets one of us, it not only shuts off that avenue, but if we're close, we kind of get traded out. It's not viable for them at that point, and they didn't have the time either to wait it out.
Yeah, it was so difficult as well. I think what it comes down to, they captured B so quickly. It was that flurry of kills afterwards from Team WaR on the defensive side of things. When they found those, it just pushed them back, and they wasted so much time by being in and around the mid-map, being in and around barrels, and just getting around the flank and causing problems. That's what slowed them down. Suddenly the time's running out. You're rushing towards Dave, and he's got a gun that shoots electricity at you. Difficult, very difficult situation to be in. They're now backs against the wall. One more map is all that it's going to take for Team WaR to take this grand final. I still don't know if they'll win it, though. It's still up in the air. These two teams have been so close every single map that it really could go either way.
It certainly could, and kind of bearing in mind for the entire series overall, I know it doesn't count. It's technically 5-3 in map counts. So Team WaR are looking like the better team today, so you would be favouring them to move forward to this one. We go into the next hard point, and if you're the boys, you know, this was all laid out before you. You had the opportunity, you had 2 best-of-5s you had to lose. You've already beaten this team before, and now you come down to it, you're 1 map away from losing it all.
I wonder if they're in their own heads here. There's a couple of close maps that they've just lost, and it's, I mean, look, if you look at the S&D as well, I think Team WaR maybe have that in the back of their minds as well. Thankfully to Shawnee, the boys have found themselves still in the series. If anything, you know, there was 2 big rounds where Shawnee went off, and that could have been the difference in the search. But we head back over to Arsenal. Last time round, this was the boys that won this one, but it must have been a 10-point difference. Josh is...
Look, I mean, they just won the map. They're very, you know, close to winning the entire series, and he couldn't look more angry. We'll see whether or not, you know, Nate's just giving them a good stern talking to, and see if that kind of pumps them up here. But this was the last minute of the control, and for a very good portion of this map, both teams were completely equal right up until this point. Dave brings out the Tempest. There's only a 4 difference. And look at that. Look how little health he had. Bance needed 1 more bullet for that to work.
Gets a few more here, but I think it was already done and dusted. Gosh, unfortunate to get the hit marker with the grab there, but just constantly cleaning up. And the thing is, even if they get the kills here, the boys, it's difficult for them to push through, get streaks off that. Just hands nails to the coffin, if you like. What a game out of David. Really, he hasn't necessarily, I don't want to say he's played badly, but we haven't seen him go off like that in this game. That's the first time we've seen it. Trying to match Shawnee, and he did just that.
Yeah, 22 and 10.
Yeah.
Big plays.
A big game out of Vortex as well. 25 kills for him. A constant thorn in their side. 27 in the end from him. Big game out of a couple of the players of Team WaR there, and they're just trading controls. They're trading maps. But still, I mean, look, we've seen in the end a fairly comfortable win there for Team WaR, 3-1. When we've seen the frequency in the previous series, it was an absolute blowout. It was fantastic from the boys. So it's so hard to predict this series still. It's so difficult. But we are going to be playing the same maps. Last time round, we're going to go to Arsenal. We're going to stay there for map number 5 as well. Map number 5, the S&D. Last time round we played that, it was Team WaR who won it. When we watched the hard point though, it was indeed the boys that walked away as winners of that one. But here in the second best out of 5, it's a different story now than it was at the point in the last game. It's Team WaR that head into map number 4 with the lead. It still really could go either way.
I think that's the worst thing about this series is a lot of the time now you'd be saying Team WaR should take this one, but bearing in mind all the maps we've seen, you are right. There is very little else to go on sample size wise that the boys could come back. We could be going to a map 5. I know it's been a very long series for both teams, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
I mean, as said, the boys won this map last time round, but it was by like a 10-point margin. So what do you even say about it? It's so difficult to decide which way this one is going. So evenly matched. I don't think anybody in this venue, apart from those players, have any expectations of where this one is going. I feel like we might see a map 5 here. I feel like we might see it. The series deserves it. The full 10 maps.
Trying to think of the best players on both teams for this last time around. I think Bant did some serious work. Quicker.
Yeah,
Josh.
Quicker had a really good game.
Josh had a very good game last time around. I remember getting several 2-pieces in and around the hills.
But then it came down to Josh maybe taking his time too much, trying to get those streaks towards the end. Will he make that same mistake twice? That wasn't necessarily what cost them the game, but it definitely didn't help towards the end of the first time we've seen Arsenal hardpoint. But we go again. On to Arsenal we go. I will say, as said, last time around the boys won this one. Their AR presence has been fantastic at times. Shawnee has been absolute dynamite. If he continues in that form, I feel like we see map 5.
All right, well, let's find out. Of course, all about the kickoff. Chaos here in the first half point as both teams go into it. And now, just going to be contested. Basically the same story every single time in here. The teams can get in. Trying to dig the other team out is very, very difficult unless you get all of the trades going your way. And right now, that's what is happening. The boys do seem to be in control, and it is going to be Chain eventually taking down Shawnee. But they hold it for the first time. Bant's completely whiffed there against Defrag.
Nobody really there for Defrag either to help him push up. He should get taken down here, but actually going to get the kill on the Bants, and maybe one more stab at it for Team WaR, but all they're going to do is feed some more kills over towards the boys. Set up for P2, does belong to Team WaR, but the scrap time is going to go over to the side of the boys, who will have a 40-0 point lead heading into P2. Their big gunfight, so Defrag to win eventually does go down towards the back. Doesn't have any help there either. Dave is very much in trouble. Great shots by Nasty. This is a big gunfight as well. Vortex just about gets away. That one should be traded out, surely. How the hell have they not found that kill quicker? Shawnee putting the shots down. The transition over towards P2 is perfect from the boys, and they have dominated this map so far.
Chase now going to have players come around the back. He saw Defrag there as well, so he's going to know exactly where this player is going. They're getting win the turns he can. 2 players going against him, not able to get out of it, but still the boys winning these trades at the moment. Flawless game so far, should tick to 60 points.
Nasty just got another kill there as well. 60 off. It's a great start for the boys, exactly what they needed. There's the streaks as well. Lightning strike now available for Nasty. This could not be going worse for Team WaR right now. They just can't get anywhere near the hill. The ARs of the boys have dominated this one. Nasty is on a 6th streak, and that started with 2 big kills towards the back of that spawn. They've picked up every single point on offer pretty much here as we head over towards Statue side. It's going to be an 88-0 point lead, but here comes the Hellstorm. It's out in the open. What do you do if you're Team WaR here? You're so far behind. You're all dead as well. It's an easy retake for the boys who are dominating map number 4 here.
Oh, it's going to be a big push out towards the back. They may even drop the lightning strike here because they should be able to get a decent amount of kills if they do drop it. Doesn't look like Nasty's going to worry about it too much since they still have numbers.
It's 9 string right now.
Look at those players come in, still staying alive. Nasty now on a 10 streak. Huge play from him as they're now 107-4 up in this game.
Wow. I mean, the only saving grace right now for Team WaR is the fact that there's still only 1 streak available on the side of the boys now. We know how influential streaks can be on this map. PD finds Bansu, who is on a few kills there. Chain isn't too far off himself. Nasty still hasn't died since P1.
Incoming lightning strike. Once they get in position, Nasty's a million miles away though, so he's going to wait on his teammates to call it out. This lightning strike will push them inside, or at least give his teammates some inkling of where it's going. They're about to get in position any second now. Those first 2 kills though, they are massive. Looks like they're going for it again. Looks that completely unanswered. They go to the lightning strike, pushes them inside, gets the kills regardless. Clean retake. The boys are now up even further.
Wow, this is just perfect. Hard point from the boys every single time. They're winning every single gunfight across the map. Just can't get anything going here, Team WaR, at all. They do kill Chain eventually, so he will just have that lightning strike. As said, it's crazy to see this lead and the fact that there's still only 1 streak on the side of the boys. And as said, if you are Team WaR, as maybe you're only saving grace right now, but you are still 130 points behind and not winning gunfights. They're not winning anything right now.
Are going to get the scrap time though over a gun. But will they hold this rotation? Nasty trying to do serious work. He's eventually going to be shut down. Anson here with a Sorg. They still have got the front. They don't have the back spawn quite yet. That's being very, very careful. It looks like P's going to be on a bit of a flank, and that's paid out for him. Look at that, going back in here. He's been literally snapping all around, and he eventually will go down. It's a little bit better from Team WaR. They're now getting some control back. They're trading out more efficiently. Volex, this is a great nade from him. Completely shuts them down, and it allows them a bit of breathing room.
Problem is here for Team WaR as well, that specialists are going to be coming up very, very quickly for the boys. Some of them already have them or are very, very close. And if the boys use them well, this deficit is going to increase. So that's 4 men down as well. What they need to do, if you're Team WaR, you need to see the boys waste some of their specialists right now. Because as I said, if they can't get them, they get things rolling once again. Nasty now, close again. This Tag 5 is going to pop that one as everyone's still alive. This push for mid is going to come through. They would have heard that, so they know the gunfights are coming. David PD win 2 of them. Quicker is there, though, inside of P1. And the boys are set up, but better from Team WaR. Their deficit is only 90 now. I say only 90.
Hey, it's more important than the fact that their trades are going much more efficiently. Oh, is he able to get that? Not quite. That door's going to be closing. He needs his teammate to keep opening it for him.
Oh, I said if they waste some of these specialists, they're going to be in danger.
Oh my goodness, will you hit him? There we go. Finally gets it down. It's a lot of Tempest used on 1 fight. But they're actually getting great time on the mid here because of it. It's just been a difficult push for them. Bash has probably called this one out. Going to try and get through again. And Josh doesn't. Neither team actually end up winning that. Quicker goes back to snap onto him. Now Shane. Gonna wait for this next player. Burn through, gets the kill at the same time, and it's still the boys. Team WaR were coming back, but this has been almost a full 60 hold for the boys in middle, and it looks like they're now thinking rotation.
The thing is, Team WaR have to fight for every single point here. I don't even know if the boys are gonna let them do that. They're gonna pick up every single little bit of scrap. We may be heading to map 5 very, very fast here, Brycey. 206 and rising to 69. The highest that the deficit has been at this point. It's about a 140-point lead. Team WaR now, what we need to see from them, we need to see somebody go on a streak. We need to see somebody use their specialist effectively. Here come the lightning strikes. Chain is going to call that one in. Defrag trying his best to try and get some kills here, but nothing is working for Team WaR.
Look at that, they're just playing Defrag like a fiddle. He wasn't able to get any kills there going forward, and now it's a hard break. Team WaR looking to force this. They know they need to, they know they need the time, but Nasty locking it down by gun. They're just not able to get through, and they're out of options. Nothing in the war chest, some utility. How are they going to do this? Team WaR looking for it now, trying to get through. More trades coming in. Vortex gets one at the same time. Vortex gets 2. Pity gets one now, and they're going to try and get into it. But it's been Vance and Shawnee with the ICRs completely wiping them out.
Shawnee finds 3 inside the hill there. Once again, we're heading over towards P3. It's going to be a 240 to 79 lead here. The second rotation. Vance has pulled out the war machine as well. Attack 5 now pop for Team WaR. They need to throw everything and the kitchen sink at this one. if they want a chance, but it's going to be so difficult. 11 points is all that the boys need.
The question now is whether or not Team WaR get 100-point clubbed.
Looking like they may be able to pick up these final few points. That sounds like the War Machine out for Vortex as well. There's a Tempest, there's a Trophy Resist in there, slowing that one down though. Quicker comes in with a grab Sam. Vortex does find him eventually. PD and Co though, they need to hold on. The boys are not giving them an inch, but they need a mile. Chain finds 2, this might be it.
Big hit there from Josh, but it's probably not going to be enough.
That's game.
And the
that
boys
is dominant.
Win the hard point. We bring it back to 2-2. This series has gone the distance. All the way. Second best of 5. Map 10.
We have played every single map. The desk are loving it, though. I can see them. They're excited to see this final map, this Search and Destroy coming up in a second. But as you said, we go all the way down to the wire.
We certainly do. No matter what happens now, we are only going to have one more map. Team WaR versus the boys. It's time to see the S&D. We'll see you right after this.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL. And Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL.
Champ Game Fuel. Level up the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Miami. We are here on the main stage with map 10, our second best out of 5. Whatever happens now, it ends. We will have a winner. Team WaR or the boys have taken it the distance. Just one map remains to find out our champion here in the Game Fuel Open bracket. My name is Bryce. Joining me here, of course, Chris Tunn.
I'm exhausted. I don't know what they're not feeling like. I mean, what a series from these two. We could not have asked for more. The final Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open bracket final of the year. And we go all the way to map number 10. We have played every single map. They've all been fantastic. The last one wasn't that great. At the same time, we will now see Arsenal Search and Destroy. If you guys didn't miss it, first time round they did play this as well. Team WaR quite comfortably won that one. It was a 6-3 victory. Can they do it again? Can they walk away as champions from the losers bracket? At this point, Brycey, it's all up in the air. It really, if you could call this, somebody tell me what's going to happen, because I actually, at this point, how do you predict? How do you predict it?
You don't predict it. Especially since map 5s are a special breed in and amongst themselves. Map 10s, probably even more so.
They don't happen very often, let's
don't.
be honest. Where do the teams go with this? PD can play the same way he did for Team WaR last time round. We've seen this, they're in a good spot. If Shawnee plays like he did on Payload, the second time we've seen that, then the boys are in a great spot. It just depends who shows up at the business end of the year, the business end of the series. How are they going to do it here? Team WaR, as I said, won this one last time around. They will be feeling confident going into this, but will they after map number 4? They got beaten up.
I don't know, Tom. And at this point, I'm not entirely sure it matters, because everything we've said so far in this epic 10-map series, one thing has remained true. The difference between these two teams is paper thin, and it really just comes down to maybe a few plays and a few decisions on every single map. And now, one last time we go into it. One last time these teams have the opportunity to become the champions and walk away with a lion's share of the prize money and that all-important first seed going into champs and going into the groups. This is where it decides who wants it more, who has enough left in the tank, and who is better on the day. Team WaR versus the boys will throw down one last time.
Miami, I want you to make some noise for these two teams. What a series this has been. All the way to map number 10 we go. Second best out of 5, Search and Destroy on Arsenal. First to 6 wins it. It's going to be a big push through mid-map from Team WaR as we get this one started. Nasty with the sniper is going to be nullified, and I tell you what, if you thought there was pressure, they both ran at each other down mid-map and somehow escaped with still a 5v5 situation.
It certainly is. Incoming rotation though. Team WaR looking like they're going to have to make a little bit of a different move. Coming against some very powerful ARs though. And here we go. Here comes the first push. PD throws out his shoulder. It almost gets taken down. There's now fire all around it. It's going to be Shawnee. He does peek out a bit too far. PD takes him down. Josh and Chain and Vortex, and that's a massive sweep for them. Team WaR open it up and take away that site. Nasty's going to try and make something work with him with a sniper. Misses, ends up getting shut down for himself, but it's now bouncing to 1 versus 5, and he goes down as well. Team WaR open it up.
Big round out of them. That's a statement. After what happened to map number 4, to come out like that shows the mental attitude of these guys, shows that they have that resilience. It's 1 kill on the side of the boys in that one. A really good start for Team WaR.
And I'll tell you what, Tan, even at this point, you still don't feel confident of them winning. It's just going to go either way.
I've thrown all predictions, stats, logic out the window at this point.
Yeah, PD being on a 3-0 though, we'll have to keep an eye on him, just in case of the streaks.
He needs to run straight down mid-map.
He's also got a grenade, and you can see right now on that mini-map, the boys starting to make their move.
Yeah, Vortex is watching the cross, so they would have seen them move over that. Nasty's got the snipe out, he has to be careful. There you go, that's a full site take. This grenade will be important. I can hear trophy system ticking away though, so that grenade may just get nullified. That bomb is down. 5v5 a retake. Bryce.
Yeah, they did this once before, the boys actually pushed straight through, Trying to get the other side of it. PD's been heavily stunned, but nobody's actually peeking him. Baz is one, Bullets gets another. This is all going to come down to the trade. Who's more efficient for it? And it does look like Baz ends up killing Chain as well. It's a 3 versus 2, still advantage for the boys. Defrag's in a big amount of trouble. Baz is going to be sitting there. Oh! Josh just beams and uses
Quicker
that
doesn't land
FMJ.
anything. Quicker didn't land anything. 2v2, not long left to go though. The kill's coming in. It's going to come down to a 1v1. Josh against Quicker.
Oh, Quicker with that stun does manage to take it. And now we're all tied up again, Ton. Both these two teams just slugging it out. And I'll tell you something, the boys tried that once before, it didn't work. This time around, pushing past and getting control of that side works out for them. Oh, but only just.
Just got it. Josh obviously can't land a bullet being that stunned up. Chain has been a constant thorn in the side of Team WaR. He's been so good throughout this series. Hasn't necessarily been putting up huge numbers, but he's been doing that Mr. Consistent, just making work with that Maddox. 1 and 1 out of him. 1 and 1 in the search and destroy. Last map.
And here we go. Now, looking for this pick again. We've seen Nas to do this before. Problem being is when he doesn't get any information, he may end up calling it towards B and his team may end up rotating. Because they already know there's nobody in mid. Is Nasty going to see anybody here? That's so important. And he is now. That rotation won't come in fully. He has reinforcements. Bance is with him. Bance gets that first blood as well. Another fight going on. Shawnee somehow gets out of there alive. Oh, and makes the kill. Big play by Shawnee. Bring it now to a 5 versus 3.
Oh, he's been so instrumental for this team. Josh is going to find a kill on the Bance, but now a 4v2 for the boys to take the lead here. They're in a good spot to do so. Right now, though, Defrag and Co, what is their move yet? They are going to be able to get this one down, but it's going to have to be a hold against 4 players of the boys. Dave has to go huge here.
This is all going to be on them. Very, very cautious. So he's going to see Chain. Chain manages to get away just a little bit, but they're going to be swarming against them. They know they've got numbers. There's no reason for them to not go fast here. Dave trying to get this. Dave's coming in as well. Shawnee pushing forward at the same time. Defrag scrambling, but Dave picks off one. Looking for it. It's now going to be a 1 versus 3. Surely he can't do this. No. Double challenge. Quicker gets the kill. The boys go 2-1 up.
Oh, he's very close to Strix as well, or at least somebody is. He's jumped off that one. He's 185 away, so I'll be interested to see who gets what. Yeah, Strix can be so big on this map. The boys will possibly have that and a lead.
We'll see. We'll see when we get back into it, just how close he ends up being. Well, that was a great retake from them. Shawnee actually staying alive, so I honestly don't know how he did it. Stayed alive, hit the stim, got the second kill.
Vortex really should have got that kill. If he does, it's maybe a different round. It's a 3v3, not a 2v4. Dave really didn't have a hope or a prayer there.
Yeah, you can't shoot every direction at once, and those trades were coming in fast. Almost did it. Got a few hits on the Chain, 1 bullet there. Another side, he almost got Quicker down, but when you're strafing that fast and throwing shoulders, it's very, very difficult on this game. And here we go. The boys currently in the lead. They're now on the attack as well, and it looks like we may be seeing a very fast A push coming in.
Quicker, 85 off Streaks. Keep an eye on how he does in this round. Did get that bomb defuse in. It's a 5v5. It looks like a hit over towards A. The site has been taken. Josh puts enough in just to put them off. Bance will find Dave, though. 5v4. PD finds Shawnee, though. Not going to be able to do much else as Chain trades that one away. 3v3. Vortex on the flank as well. 3v2 in favor of Team WaR. How has he won that gunfight?
Quicker. I mean, he has streaks.
I tell you what. He's not defusing it quick enough. The lightning strike comes in. This is so doable for Quicker.
Is he going to do it again? He is doing it again. He's doing it again.
He's just going to hover it. They have to find him.
Josh is looking for him.
Oh! Finds him. He finds him. And go. Quicker, he needs to go.
Run, Quicker, run.
Defrag might not have time. He's not going to get the defuse. Quicker comes up huge for his team and beams Defrag while he's at it.
Shay Sweeney getting up for the main stage. Now we go. That's how you use streaks in the clutch situation. Holds them off.
I think that round could be massively pivotal. Massively pivotal now. Yes, the streaks are gone, but it's a 3-1 lead. Team WaR will be looking at this now and thinking, how are we behind? Quicker than you. going massive for the team. It's 7-1. Somebody from Team WaR needs to step up here and match him. Looks like it's going to be an easy enough push over towards A. No streaks available for the boys this time round. Cricket is 3/4 of the way over towards his slam. But Team WaR absolutely need this round. They absolutely need it. Shawnee's going to open up with the best way possible, finding Josh. Petey can't hit his shot. He's just about going to get away. Dave covers as well, finds 2 with the ICR. Will be traded away 3v2 in favor of the boys once again.
Petey with a sniper tries to make something, gets shut down by Nasty. 1 versus 3, it's defrag. Has he got any magic left in him?
That bomb's being defused.
Yeah, that's going to be an unfortunate. He managed to get Shawnee, but it's not going to be enough. And the boys go 4-1 up now in the search and destroy.
They're in the driver's seat. This is their game to lose. They just seem in this second series to have the number of Team WaR in this S&D.
I think we also see the snipe on a Petey here, which is very, very pivotal because Petey was looking to get a pick himself.
Just seen the angle. Wasn't expecting Nasty to be checking it. 2 rounds away.
You know what? Still not out of the realms of possibility for Team WaR, though.
It's only 3 rounds.
It certainly is. And as we jump back onto the attack with the boys, you can see they're going for that push again. I wonder if they're going to do the exact same tactic. Right now, mid-control, all in favor of Team WaR. And they see it, and they have now seen the cross. They know exactly what is about to happen. Are they going to get in a slightly better position now for it? Or is this, in fact, a fantastic juke? It is.
That's fine for Team WaR, though. They have time to move around towards A.
Yeah.
Depends how many resources they send over and how quick
My goodness.
they get back. I mean, the boys are roaming around with confidence right now.
They're actually taking a guided tour of this map, exploring every single part of it. They've gone all the way to B, they've come back, but now that's going to be Nasty taking down defrag. And they don't really have a chance to push through the lobby, so they go back. Try it again.
Josh is going to have to at least try and stay alive. I just spotted them. He's in a bad spot, though. Wouldn't surprise me to see plenty of utility coming over here. We need to see Petey start hitting these snipes. That bomb is going down. He's been tagged up, but gets away. Sees the push in from Vance. They should be able to deal with him. They need to deal with him pretty quickly. Vortex finds him. 5v3 now. Vortex finds another on the bomb site as well. It's down to Shawnee. Defrag round behind. 4-2, a crucial round for Team WaR. 250 off streaks there for defrag as well, so he will be close.
And I said it's not out of the realms of possibility yet. If this series plays out anything like it has been, we'll be seeing around 11. I'm just saying. It's gone the distance so far. No reason it couldn't continue to go the distance.
I mean, it would be rude for it not to at this point. Defrag with a big round, gonna get the defuse, will be close. They will know that. We want around 11. That's what we want. The desk, I can tell they want it too. They're excited for it. Look at them, they're so hyped up.
Still though, gonna be the boys in the driving seat. They are 4-2 up. I don't know.
They're still in the driving seat, very much so. But that was a really big round, 5-1. There's surely no way they would have come back there. 4-2 now, 150 off streaks. This is huge. Defrag not far off his slam. Cricket isn't far off his either. So they really want to try and play around defrag here. They want to play around him trying to get kills, him trying to get streaks. Closer to his slam as well. He is the pivotal part for Team WaR for them to get back into this game.
Here we go. Now we're about to see a big engagement come down. So many stacks going in. How are Team WaR going to do this? This nade from Petey could prove crucial because it may be able to push a player out towards the back. Trophy already gone in for them. And they're a little bit hesitant here. They know that when it kicks off, it's going to kick off in a very big way.
Oh, Josh is going to peek and Shawnee's holding the angle. He goes down. I think if you're Team WaR, you just try and get the streaks on the defrag. Nasty now. Will put a shot in. Petey evens the odds. Here comes the challenge. Nasty finds Vortex. Cricket finds defrag. It's a huge kill. They're all coming in the favor of the boys now. It's a 1v4 for Dave. 5-2.
It all comes down to this. Map and series and championship point for the boys. And again, the issue being here is Team WaR, when you're that hesitant in that position, you know at some point you're going to have to take the gunfights. You know that they're stacked against you. You've been there so long. it's so difficult. Normally, if you can get a player onto the bomb first and the other team has to move, they didn't have that. It may have even been worth maybe rotating out, maybe doing something a little bit different, nade going over the top, anything to give yourself a little bit better of a chance. Because you saw as soon as Josh peaked, he was gone. Shorty said, thank you very much. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. I'll quite happily take that. But here we go, now on board with the boys. Nade going out.
That's a deep nade.
Nasty looking for it, he does manage to get a hit marker. Defrag waiting for this, and now pushing over across. Chain looking for it, Bance looking for it. Dave coming in, he managed to get the first one as well. Looking for the second one, not able to. And Bance brings it back. Nasty trying to look for a pick anywhere. There's players going everywhere. He misses that one at the same time. It's a 3 versus 4. It's going to be Team WaR who will get another round onto the board and the defuse. 3 to 5.
Ooh, there's a grab slam on Defrag. Vortex will find himself closer to these streaks. They should be giving it over to Defrag. I think they will. Still a lot of work to do here, but they have the tools to potentially do it.
Anything can happen. Let's see. Let's see if we can't get that infamous round 11. I keep saying it will come true, Ton. Trust me.
Who wants a round 11? A few of you.
Hey, they've been watching this game like we have for 3 hours. It's been a long one, and it has been a good one.
Well, we're 2 rounds away from potentially seeing what maybe 30% of the crowd want to see, and we definitely want to see. Defrag has had a very, very good series, in all honesty. Hasn't really faltered. If he had got streaks in one of those previous rounds, this could have been a very different game, but Team WaR still have it all to do. 450 off streaks this time round at 8 and 4. It's got to be worked around his slam, surely. Use the slam, potentially get streaks. That has to be the tactic. Thing is, for the boys, they will know that Defrag has that.
Well, problem being is right now, Team WaR don't seem willing to commit to much. Nasty's just going to call that out. We've seen 2.
Going to see them.
Where is the tactic? Team WaR have clearly got something in the pipe. They're trying to figure this one out. Now we're getting very, very close. Nasty already takes down Pity. It's a disadvantage here as well. Defrag's going to go down at the same time, and the boys are in the lead. They have 5 to 3. They're going to try and take this one on as well. But Vortex and Dave get it back. They manage to get it. Chain finally gets him. He gets out of there, though. It's a 2 versus 3. Team WaR now have their backs against it. They have to overcome the numbers to try and stay in this one. Dave and Josh are the only chance for them, and Dave goes down. It's all going to be on Josh. It's all him now. It's a 1 versus 3. Has B-Sport, the veteran, got the magic? Has he got the tactics? And has he got a chance?
He has the cluster. He has the experience.
This could be everything.
They have to play together.
The boys are in a stack. It's all on Josh now. Is he going to be able to pull this one out? Oh, he's going to play behind him. Down he goes! And the boys will win this one. The boys are your Madden Do Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket champions here at CWL Miami.
And they turn it around and win the maps that they couldn't in the first best out of 5. And they are your deserving champions here in Miami. What a series out of the 2 European teams. Massive commiserations to Team WaR. They pushed them all the way, but couldn't get it done at the final hurdle. 3-2, 3-2. The second one, importantly though, goes over to the boys. What a grand final here in Miami.
It certainly was. There was a small thing. I thought Josh maybe could do it there just at the end, but he had to second guess himself, turned away, switched out to the Sorg, and wasn't able to beat Chain. First of all, maybe seeing that cluster come through. But you know what? It's been 3 hours of us. It's time to throw it down to Jess on the main stage with the winners.
Thank you, Bryce. Congratulations and well-deserved. I know some of you have been here on the main stage before, others are joining for the first time, but how does it feel to be here as a champion of the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket?
I mean, it feels good. There's not really much else to say. We came in expecting to get like top 2 minimum, but to be able to close it out, especially as close as it was, it's a good feeling.
What was the highlight of the event for you?
Honestly, funny enough, early in the tournament we're 2-5 down. They end up like going to lose a bracket, and with 2-5 comeback, I think it was Ferro's team. And if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have won. So it's just probably the highlight of the tournament for us.
Do you have anything to say to your fellow teammates?
all three of them, what people me and Sean picked up, they're incredibly talented, amazing composure. Our composure got us to this, so shout out them, the hard carries.
Anything to say to the fans watching here in the crowd or at home?
You guys are amazing. It's obviously unreal playing in front of this crowd, and to come out on top after how our tournament went, and obviously that final with us first series feels unreal, so thanks a lot.
Well, thank you so much. Once again, congratulations to the boys, your Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket champions.
Thank you so much, Jess. Congratulations again to the boys on winning that Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket. Of course, looking a little shaky there for them, but they managed to pull it out, even though they went into that second series. Again, a big, big, big congratulations to them with the likes of Vance and Shawnee on that team. Now, I am your host, Katie Bedford, joined once again on the desk by Nameless Study and Pac-Man, taking a look at our top 16 open bracket teams that will be heading to Champs in August. Of course, the boys being one of those teams. So perfect way to end this for them. They get to go to the Champs and they win the CWL finals in Miami, the open bracket.
Yeah, it's got to be a good feeling for Shawnee, you know, and Vance. They're both in the Pro League, get bumped out, and then they have to go through the open bracket and try to qualify for Champs, and then they did that and some more. They end up winning it, getting that confidence with some of these guys who haven't been competing against the top players in the world, and now they get to go to Champs with a lot of confidence and possibly make a run.
That is very true.